That seems kind of stupid. Seems kind of tedious. I think for the stream it's 15 on the button.
They changed it?
You want to verify with the
I don't think we should change the cameras, but
They'd be mad at
I'm just
me.
gonna get slow.
alright, thank you everybody for coming out.
I don't think they started. I think it's 10. Well, at least last time was 10.
Who's Compton?
Where can I show my mom now?
It's on Facebook and
Killer,
YouTube.
YouTube, Texas Card House. Rio Grande Valley Mom. I made it.
My mother doesn't know.
Really? Mine like.
It's on YouTube. That's where I watch all the videos. I don't have Facebook. No, you can watch it. You can watch it live on YouTube.
Yeah, you can.
I don't have Facebook. That's the only way I watch it.
I've never been able to find out. You gotta click live.
TCH, yeah, TCH live.
I just watch it on YouTube. You just Google the UTRGV Card House.
Yeah,
I'll look for it.
It'll come up.
well, it
I'll
won't
watch it
start
on my,
15 minutes. After we start, yeah, there's a delay.
7 raised to 40.
Service!
8 full. 9 full.
What is this channel? DCH Live.
1 call.
You can find it on YouTube.
Careful, might get
No funds.
Yeah, you can't be on the thing at all. You can't even touch it anymore.
Let that happen again while we're off.
Wait, you want me to put the TV into the glass?
I'll do it.
So just
40,
like
bro.
And
I gotta defend. I don't remember where you put hot on the bus. Every hand made $5. I can't let it go.
I know, that's why you call.
And it's bright here.
extra $5.
I think you should.
I'm gonna go get my black rod. Those are nice. Those are nice. They're just, the lenses aren't really dark enough. I feel real badass when I wear them, and I remember what a little nerd I am. One race. Get it going.
To 160. 4 fold.
I'm getting a stream chat in the bathroom. It's fucking bullshit.
One goes all in. Solve. Wings over here. Wings over here. Hand right?
Yeah, my hand.
Floor, high hand.
Here I was wishing I had 9
Look at that.
instead of 8 9.
High hand.
Yeah.
Dealer. 320.
And now he's out.
Yo, can I get all in
Can't
buttons?
really be here anymore.
Can you bring him a rack?
What's up, low?
Maria!
All you go first hand, something supernatural going on. I gotta get him out of here.
We've got chips over here. What do you know?
And you lose extra 5. You get the 5
Maria! Alejandra!
I was gonna lose no matter what.
Can you bring some all-in buttons?
I didn't have my phone.
All-in buttons?
I didn't go on that board. I was barely wrong.
Yeah.
Because I had to get it.
Yeah, there's no chips going on here.
Why?
I said it too. It's good.
Get the rest.
You have to say, oh, somebody's done.
No mental. Diet me gas.
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna have to win
1,300.
Sorry?
It was 5. Now I think it rolls.
Carlos is in weight, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Small, big? Yeah, you gotta win.
What are you doing, man? Bob?
Button straddle.
Carlos? Just meet you, man.
Are you choking on water?
same. That's the same as people saying the best college team could be the worst NFL team. And it will never happen. It will destroy them. That he would be the best player in the WNBA?
Okay, but he would not be the
Best
sexiest
poker player?
player.
No. WNBA.
It doesn't matter. That's all I watch.
I mean, there's no professional.
WNBA for, guys. That's like saying I only watch beach volleyball for the skill.
They're very skilled. Just don't have.
Yeah, I know.
But the drama is all there. I mean, they hate each other. They throw elbows. They pull hair. You know, like they really go at each other. There's a level of intensity in the women's sport that there with the men. Cameras more hairy.
I hear you a little bit. If someone's not announcing it, really offensive. I say a
I
lot.
have 6 beers. Who knows on this thing? I scare
Where,
myself.
Chris?
It's hard for them to like.
Service on 9.
So it's like, as long as someone is announcing, usually they announce on Wednesday. It's really hard.
Is Isaac back there?
I don't know. Maybe.
That guy never stops talking. He'll never hear me. Grande, I'm sure.
Last week it was
There'll be plenty of awkward stylists.
last Wednesday.
Yeah. Looky.
I don't fuck with it.
I tried that, but they only $500. I tried.
Two hands,
They
two
only
sets?
$500.
Barrels on 9. Barrels.
Rose, small one, just got you
Barrel.
zero.
I really wanted that $10.
I went after the 5 and it cost me
No, he said
500.
he didn't turn on such so we had like 10 each.
So that was like, play it.
Yeah.
Maybe I had 3, so make my $500.
You doing business?
We get maybe 2 additional ones.
Are we tipping or is the tip included or is it?
Tip is not included, sir. Please tip your dealer for any sets that you may get.
Unless it's candy.
You can tip.
Only 15 is because, like you said, yeah, I'm not really.
Tip for like a set or
That's why I
something.
go.
Telling you, that's not a Straddle bar.
Got you.
That's the
Yeah, thank you, Chris.
that's that money. That's that juicy money.
6 raised to 15.
Eight fold, 9 fold.
C3 added on for 500. C3 added on 500. Not hit. If
got up to 1,400 people.
We can't even do that yet.
What does it pay out? Win.
Yeah, they didn't know us.
You didn't even have the mic, so you can't barely hear it.
Where's Isaac?
He did it last week once, and he did a good job. But yeah, he does talk low. Low talker.
Maybe it's the beard. Stash. Maybe it's not. Muscle in
Somebody was there asking me, it wasn't me.
So what's going on here? I have to put another $5. Nobody can win this.
Hopefully somebody has a queen.
Where are you gonna wear that on the river? Jack, instead of a queen, then take a queen jack.
Yeah, that's honestly what I was thinking about.
That's a pretty risky bet. No call.
Oh, that's not a shot.
I thought this was 1-3. What the hell? It was?
It's not a real 1-3.
Five, ten games.
Imaginary, bro.
Imaginary.
Is that a Friday, 2 5?
This is not my money, right? I'm not gonna call 40, but.
Matt.
Give up 100 over there.
I'm just splitting my buddy. He's got like my buddy has a part here in Boy, parlay very good. Because he had Dallas Stars and Dallas Mavericks. Very good. He does have a Dallas original, like from the beginning of postseason. I haven't been betting much other than the UFC fights and the boxing matches. Last week I did okay. I think I made like 5 results. Make it back. Georgie, and then I have Steve from Georgia. You know, Juan Gilbert. I have another bookie, but they all give me like 2,500 keys or whatever, but I rarely use it, you know, just except for during football season. And even then, I don't use all 3, I only use 1. I know so many people, everybody's like, oh, I'm doing the book, or doing I like working with Georgie because he's the nicest guy out of all my other books, you know.
I don't even.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna give me hero problem on the street. Just go ahead and watch it. Yeah, let's see good at it. It's a different dynamic.
That's funny.
are biting chips.
Yeah.
That was your cards every time.
Yeah.
His name was
Bob. Yeah, man. Yeah.
where you from?
Here?
Born and raised or?
Yep. Yep, Edinburg.
Same. Yeah. From Mexico.
There you go. Man, that was incredible. The West softball game. You saw that?
Oh hell yeah, dude.
That was awesome.
My ex-wife, he was following them. So
Yeah.
like every game they played,
Yeah.
he was there cheering them on.
Wow, that's great, man. What an experience. I legit got chills when I saw that video. That was crazy.
So the last play,
Yeah.
bases loaded, grand slam.
I didn't even know they were in the state championship.
I was playing golf at Tierra Santa. During that, they were having a watch party at Tony's. So I walk in on the turn, like, and I see everybody. I know, like, hey, what's up, guys? Like, what's up? It's like, softball girls are in state. I'm like, okay, cool, like, whatever, you know. So I'm on the 10th tee, and I just hear like the clubhouse just erupt. I'm just like, what's going on, you know? They're like, my buddy, like, I was playing a 6-man, and the other guy, he starts going crazy too. He's like, they just hit a grand slam. I'm like,
Wow.
Oh, it is Pride Month.
it's cool. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm just an asshole. I'm not one guy that's like, oh wow. Like, you know. But I've lived in Wesco my whole life.
Yeah. No, that was great, man. It's probably one of the
No, it was awesome. I went to Wesco High also.
Yep.
I'm just like, nobody cared when JV Dark won the 2013 district championship betting baseball.
Yeah, that was very cool.
I got 2 walks, hit by pitches that game, and nobody
Crucial.
talks about
Crucial
that
walks.
shit. Yeah, crucial. You guys hit by pitch? Twice on that Edinburg championship game.
All right, looks like we just finished hand number 6 here from the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. We're playing 1-3 tonight here in the Rio Grande Valley, South Texas. Looks like Big Tuna, your big leader so far, 6 hands in, already up over $600. You got Los also in the positive, Delu, Everin, and Big Fish. And then Bobby, Baby Spider, so far in the negatives. Looks like we have a straddle.
I was born, so.
Shit though.
Backfire.
Well, maybe I beat you to the punch there.
Yeah, you called with a flush draw, then you missed, and then you fucking bet out in front of me.
All right, looks like we're back on the stream.
You know, I didn't have shit. I had Jack 10. I mean, I totally whiffed, you know? I'm going to add 500.
All right, let's see if we can get this started. I think we're good to go now. Had some technical difficulties. You had to reset everything, but I think we are back online and ready to go here. Hand number 11 from Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. Looks like we have a $10 button straddle. Big fish with the fold under the gun. Bobby
Shut up.
with the 9-4. Probably put that in the muck. D-Lou, 6-5 offsuit. He's going to come in for a raise.
Jack high.
I think we got the technical difficulties sorted out.
That was the bad play, and if you didn't have something, that was the right play.
Could have been both.
And action on the small blind here.
You had something, right? You got an ace. You got a piece at least.
That'd be interesting one to see.
You didn't have a 4. I know that. Or I will know in 15 minutes.
Big tuna, so far the big winner of the night.
That's true.
No, I should have checked the river. I had a great hand.
So action will be on the small blind. Looks like we got Corey.
Better than Zach High.
A little better.
Hard Corey. 9-6 offsuit. And he's going to lead out with the gut shot here. $83 in the pot. Looks like he's assembling a $40 bet. D-Lou, the initial raiser, with the 5-6 offsuit, did flop a pair. Might come along here. Does have 2 players left to act behind him. And that's what he's thinking about. Excuse me, he's thinking about a raise. So really continuing on with the story here. Not sure if he was trying to make it 250 or 150, but I believe 150 was announced. So D-Lou raising an early position with the 5-6 offsuit. Corey leading out and D-Lou raising him. So really representing a strong hand is D-Lou here. He actually has the best hand right now. Hard Corey's still thinking about it. Doesn't have any clubs, so he might fold. And I think D-Lou meant to make it 250, but he announced 150. And that's going to get the job done. So once again, that was the 11th hand. We did have to reset the stream as we did have some technical difficulties. So thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you for sticking with us through the technical difficulties. Hopefully we have smooth sailing from here on out, as we are playing 1-3 No Limit Texas Hold'em at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley, located in South Texas. Action will be under the gun. And I believe he just announced straddle. So it'll be a $10 straddle from seat 6 there, Bobby. And just like that, this 1-3 game is now a 2-10 game. 5-10 game, excuse me. Baby Spider with the pocket deuces will be coming in for a raise of 40. And you got the New York Bob Prodigy. He's calling for 40. Hard Corey. Pretty cool hat he has on there. If you live in the San Antonio area or follow minor league baseball, I'm sure you know what the hat is, but we'll tell you the exact story here in just a bit. And looks like Big Tuna is going to come along, and that's going to bring the big fish along. Now the straddler, Bobby, 9-3, getting a real good price, but has a really bad hand. And the price he was getting was too much, was too good to pass up. He actually has 2 live cards, so not in terrible position here as we go 6 ways to the flop. Ace, king, queen on the flop. So Big Tuna flopping a pair and a straight draw. And the New York Bob Prodigy flopping the best hand with the queen jack offsuit, pair with a straight draw as well. It goes checked around as everybody, I think, was scared of the ace. Nobody had it. So over $240 in the pot. Big Tuna once again checks. Big Fish checking. And we'll see if the New York Bob Prodigy bets here, and he puts out a little bit of 50. And I think Big Tuna's going to call. He does have a pair and a straight draw. $50 to win essentially $300. I think he's going to call. He's just making sure how many players are behind him and really doesn't want anybody to raise here. But I think he's going to call. Let's see. And what's better than calling? Raising. So turning his hand into a bluff here. It might work, as New York Bob Prodigy, excuse me, does have bottom pair. He does have the straight draw though, so
I was like, he's gonna lose for sure.
no, it did work. So nice play by the Big Tuna there.
I do?
Oh, and it's the small blind game that they're playing. So if you notice, there was $60 on the button before the hand started.
All right. All right, $10.
There was something like that.
Learning from Chris.
And we do apologize for technical difficulties, but it looked like they were playing a small blind game, and he took on that extra $60 that was on button. Straddle back on again. So I know it says 1-3, but this is actually a 5-10 with that $10 straddle on. Action will be on a Baby Spider, and he has the queen jack of diamonds this time, and he will raise it to 40. Made the same raise with pocket deuces the previous hand to $40 in early position.
You want all the money, but you're the first one to put 5 now.
Got Los with the Jack 9. And yes, indeed, the small blind game is back on. We got a real hand here. All right, so what's the deal with the cap? The minor league baseball team in San Antonio is known as the San Antonio Missions. There's a lot of missions around the city, church missions and stuff like that. But they do have a special alternative uniform that they sometimes use, and they're known as the Flying Chanclas. So he's wearing a Flying Chanclas hat. Chancla is as far as sandal in English, flip-flop in English, and there's a lot of people that know about the Flying Chancla from their mom. If they ever misbehaved, she would just kind of throw the sandal across the room to get you to behave. So instead of using a belt, A lot of people in the San Antonio area they grew up with. The chancla is the discipline. The sando is the discipline for the kids. And the queens is going to take down the hand, so the flying chancla with the win. All right, looks like they added $5 to the button. It's the small blind game, no straddle on this hand, so just your normal 1-3. Baby Spider will fold. New York Bob Prodigy, I know if you normally tune into the stream, yes, that is chaos, but New York Bob not joining us. As a matter of fact, I believe he went to Florida. So New York Bob had been running good on the stream. So I think Chaos is trying to take some of that run good by using part of New York Bob's name there. Big Tuna with the big raise. And Big Fish coming along with the Jack 10 of diamonds. Calling the 3-bet. Looks like he only started the hand with like $200, so it is a nice, pretty hand. But he's calling off a big percentage of his stack here, although he does have good equity here at 36%. And he will flop top pair, so he might just get it all in here. You can see the pot's already 184. He has a pot-sized bet, and he does check. So yes, he has to bet here. And there's 186 in the pot, and he's going to bet about a third pot, bet him 55 only. Nobody really has anything to call him with, but if a king or a queen comes out, then the other players will take the lead. But I don't think anybody's calling him. I think this is going to work. So we have a big fish and a big tuna. And Big Fish will get the win. All right, these are our winners so far tonight. We're 15 hands in. We did have some technical difficulties, but these are the player stack. Big Tuna up over 1,000. Delu up almost 1,000. Los in seat 2 up 350. Everett in seat 8. He's going to be the big blind right now. He's up about 200. Big Fish up $2 after that hand. And then everybody else trying to catch up. So we have the straddle on from Baby Spider under the gun, and it's going to be on Chaos. So it was the New York Bob Prodigy, but now it's back to Chaos. I'm not sure if something happened with the software there, but either way, he's coming in under the gun. Big Tuna with the Jack 4 of diamonds. Might come in for a raise here. No. Big Fish Ace Deuce. Bobby. Jack 5 of spades on the button. Might come in just because they'll have position if nobody raises. Delu is probably going to be raising here. Keep in mind the small blind game is on, so there is an extra $15 on the button there. It is a $50 raise. I think it might be a little on the small side just because there's already 2 callers. And Baby Spider does have a better hand with the 10s, and he just calls. And now Bobby getting priced in. So $200 in the middle, pocket 10s in front right now. And pocket 10's going to be hitting a set. I think Delu's going to slow down here as he figures somebody has an ace. The action is on him. Like I said, he does have the extra incentive. No, he's going to lead right out, representing the ace to 75. Baby Spider is just going to put in the call. And Chaos actually flopping top and bottom. So this is going to clear Bobby out. This is going to clear Delu out. I actually would have liked to see a check from Delu there, but he continued his story. And sometimes it'll work, and sometimes they have a hand. And this time, two players with a hand. Baby Spider with middle set. Chaos with top and bottom pair. Chaos can go runner clubs, or he could hit the ace. But he is drawn thin. It's going to be 375 total, and Delu's not going to be able to call this. Finally gives it up. Snap call from Baby Spider. So top and bottom pair. So a club for fun, a club for... Nope. Needed an ace? Nope. Baby Spider with the middle set. So big win for Baby Spider there. And sometimes there's no way to get away from a hand. I think that was the case for Chaos as he flopped the aces up, top and bottom pair, and just runs in the middle set there. So a little unfortunate from Chaos, and it looks like we're going to do a quick dealer change as it is see, it's 7:16 here in Texas. So 7:16 Central Time. Not sure where you are watching from, but thank you for joining us tonight. YouTube chat is open. So if you are still not subscribed to the Texas Card House channel, make sure you get that taken care of. And of course, if you are logged into YouTube, then you can engage in the chat as well. The YouTube chat is open. So let us know where you're watching from tonight as we are in hand number 16 here. Not sure if Chaos is going to come back, but the action will be on seat 2, Los. He's under the gun. 4-5.
But yeah, we both have the same, but he probably could beat my Jack Grande though. Yeah.
So hardcore with Queen Jack suited. It's about the third or fourth time we've seen the Queen Jack suited already. He's going to make it 15. Bobby with the 8s will come along. Delu with the ace also making the call, and Baby Spider closing the action with the 10-9 offsuit. 4 ways to the flop we go. $60 in the middle. Action will be on Baby Spider, and he flops middle pair, but there is an ace out there, so he's going to check it. Let's see if Delu bets it. No, Corey, the initial pre-flop raiser, going to put out over a pot-sized bet, $60 in the pot. And it looks like he's betting 85. So this is going to put the ace-7 of Delu in a strange position. He does have the best hand, but it is a real big bet. And he's thinking about it. He does have the ace of hearts, though. And he's going to make the fold here. I think Baby Spider's going to fold because he's not getting a good price, and that's exactly what happens. So the worst hand winning by making the big bet. Just a reminder of some of the promos we have here. This is a new month at the Texas Card House, so there are some new promotions, and the promotion that everybody seems to like is the 2-for-1 time. So normally it's $12 an hour to play, but if you show up on Friday or Sunday all day, you can pay $100 at the front and they will double it. So now you will have $200 a time, which will get you a lot of poker here at the Texas Card House. Action is on Big Tuna. Big Tuna with the fold. Big Fish with the raise. And it looks like somebody's taking seat number 1 there. We'll see who that is. Bobby with the Jack 8 of hearts makes the call. The $25 is part of the small blind game, and the only one eligible is for Baby Spider, and he's going to fold, so that's going to increase. Looks like that's Andrew. Andrew joining us tonight from Corpus Christi. So there we go. A little shake on the camera, but getting it stabilized. Oh, wow. Big Fish flopping a straight. Bobby flopping 2 pair. Big Fish initial raiser, $15. They're going to c-bet to 20. And Bobby, is he just going to call or is he going to raise? So straight versus 2 pair here. And Bobby just makes the call. Spade?
They're not playing anything out there.
No spade, so Big Fish still in front, $74 in the pot. Let's see if he bets here. If he checks, he's going to check raise. No, he does bet, and it's going to be 50. Let's see if Bobby raises. Bobby with 2 pair. Now there's clubs on the board, so now he might put in the raise. Both these players think they have the best hand, and you can see it's Big Fish who actually has the best hand, but I think Bobby's going to put in the raise here. You have top and bottom pair. He just called a c-bet, and he actually goes all in. So, and a snap call by Big Fish. And looking for a jack or an 8, and I believe they're running it twice. Let's see. Yeah, they are running it twice. So a jack or an 8. Burn is down. Oh, there's the full house for Bobby, and the second run pairs the board again, but it's not one of the pairs that Bobby has. So a chop there.
button over. Right on the trip
It's a
on.
lot of fucking fun.
Thank you, sir.
And then,
The house cards, right?
yeah. The sweat is the house cards, and like when you get into like high level gacha, there's also dealer pools. So you don't have to deal clockwise. You can deal your cards however you want to. But if you lose the count of the cards and you do a misdeal, like meaning you run out of cards, then the dealer has to match it. Yeah. Yeah, because you don't like play and then reshuffle it, because you keep throwing cards until you're.
Okay, you touch the next.
Yeah.
It's like high card slash broker.
Yeah. Lot of fun.
So you get flop like his pocket tens, and then the dealer has like queens in it with the flop.
Yeah, dude. It gets real sick. And if no one wants to play against the dealer, then you just collect the cards. Dealer stays, then you put another dollar.
Yeah, I put my flag in.
Yes, sir. Gotta keep John as the seat. Pretty cool. Final raises. Six re-raises.
And it's just like two donkeys going after each other. Why you do this? You should try and like get a lower pay grade and fucking block the CEO. So we just attack each other and keep rolling in the fire. Jay.
There we go. Got it. All right. Let's see if the third time's a charm here. As third time on the air. And I know this pot got 3-bet. Bobby's going to bluff it with 10-7. See if Big Fish can call. He does not. So Bobby getting the bluff through. All right, I think we're all settled and set now. Hopefully we don't have any more technical difficulties. Had to reset the stream twice, but there's what everybody wants to see. Who's winning? Who's losing? Big Tuna still leading, has almost $1,000. Hardcore so far the biggest in the negative, along with Drew. Also not shown Chaos. He was in seat 1 earlier. So action will be on seat 1. Drew under the gun. No straddle on. There is some chips on the button, but that is for the small blind game. Queen 8 of clubs. Nice hand, but he is in early position. It looks like he's going to come in for a raise here. That 20 or 30? So $30 raise, pretty big raise under the gun with the Queen 8 of clubs. He figured if he's going to play it, he's going to play it fast. Also with clubs is hardcore, but he'll get rid of it. Big Tuna going to be making the call with the ace-jack. Big Fish also coming along with the 10-9 of spades. D-Lou on the button. Jack Deuce, Choctaw Nuts coming along. As is Baby Spider with the Ace 10. So 5 ways to the flop, 150 in. Action will be on Baby Spider, 8 high flop. And Drew getting creative with the Queen 8 under the gun earlier, and he flops top pair. He was the initial raiser, and he's going to be flopping top pair. So betting $80 into this pot, and this should clear everybody out. And yes, it's going to work. So Drew taking a interesting line there. He saw the Queen 8 of clubs. He was under the gun. He wanted to play it. And instead of limping, he decided to come in for a raise. Picked up 4 callers. And flops top pair. So, once again, the chips you see on the button is part of the small blind game. If the small blind wins the hand, they win whatever's on the button. If the small blind does not win the hand, then the next hand, the former small blind will now be the button, so they'll have to put $5 on, and it keeps building until the small blind wins the hand. Thus the name, the small blind game. Under the gun, Los, King 6 offsuit. We'll probably put that in the muck, and does. Hard Corey. Ace 10. Just calling. 10-5 suited for Big Tuna. Going to put in a big raise to 30. Looks like there's some green chips on the bottom of that button. So, yeah, it looks like there's at least 60 bucks in there. So Baby Spider has some extra incentive to come after at $30, and that's why he's calling with the 9-6 here. I don't think he normally calls with the 9-6 out of position, a $30 raise, but he can win an extra $60 as part of the small blind game. Once again, these players decided to play the small blind game tonight. So every time somebody is on the button, they put $5 on it, and that can only be won by the small blind for that particular hand. And if the small blind doesn't win, then the next person adds $5 to it, and they keep adding $5 to it until the small blind wins that hand. So Baby Spider coming into this pot, going after the extra $60 that he can only win, and he's going to flop a 9. He might lead right out to try to take it down here. No, he does check, and he actually has the best hand right now. Big Tuna, the initial raiser, is going to put in a C bet, but it's not going to work here, as Baby Spider does have a pair, and you can see that extra $60 he has that he's going after as well. It should clear out Hard Corey.
Somebody said the live was down. It's not working. Not even like you can't watch it.
It's gonna start in another, well, like 10 minutes or so. 7 minutes.
All right, so
They restarted it.
we'll see if Big Tuna continues on with the turn here, looking for a spade, looking for a 10, looking for a 5 or jack. A lot of cards can help him out, and that's one of the cards. I think Baby Spider's going to check again for pocket throw, and Big Tuna's probably going to put in a bet of about $100. The board did pair, so that might get him to check, but I think he's just going to continue his story now that he actually picked up a flush draw. You can see his outs on the top of the screen there. He actually only has 5 outs, as a lot of spades have been folded, but he is going to put in a bet again now that he has picked up. And it's going to be 165, so a big bet here. And I think Spider might call. Baby Spider might call. Once again, he's in this hand because of the $60 on the button. It's going to be very interesting if nobody improves here, because I could see Big Tuna put in a big bet on the river. I think Baby Spider's going to check again. Going to try to get to showdown. There's already over $500 in the pot. And we'll see if Big Tuna empties the clip here. $500 in the pot. He's going to have to bet at least 300 if he wants to get this through. I think anything less than 300, Baby Spiders will be calling. Both these players with over 1,000 in their stack. So Big Tuna thinking about putting in the third barrel, and he does just that. It has to be at least 300 if he stands a chance. It's 340. So this is actually a really good size. Nope, it's a snap call. So I knew it had to be at least 300 to get it through, but it turned out that Baby Spider was calling more than 300 as he snap called to 340. And like I said, the whole reason why Baby Spider was in that hand was of the small blind game. There was an extra $60 bonus on the button, and now that he's the button, he puts on $5 on the button. Keep in mind that is not a straddle. That is not a straddle. This is part of the small blind game. So $5 goes on, and it continues to grow. So it took 12 hands for the last time the small blind got hit. So we'll see how many hands it takes this time. So that's going to make Baby Spider your winner. Once again, I would like to thank everybody who did stick with us. Now, that is a button straddle that he's put in front of the button. But we did have to reset the stream as we did have technical difficulties. We had to reset it twice, but I'm pretty hopeful here. I think we're good now. I think we got the smooth sailing until the end. Going to be streaming till just past 10 o'clock tonight. There is a $10 button straddle. That's the $10 in front of the button. $5 on top of the button is for the small blind game, and action will be on the small blind. I think Drew's going to fold, and he does, which means next hand he'll be the button, so he'll add $5 to the button, and then Los will be eligible the next hand for the $10 now. 4-3 suited, he will come along. Big Tuna, Jack 9, just got caught bluffing, so going to take a break. Big Fish calling with the 10-3 suited, and he immediately gets the raise by Bobby. Now, I know we're having issues with the stream, and I don't know if he was being serious or just joking around, but Bobby said that his grandmother was watching him on the stream tonight. So if she is, hello, Bobby's grandmother. And she's watching her grandson play here at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. And Big Fish getting a good price, going to make the call here. Pocket Nine's way out in front, only has to dodge a 10. And a 10 comes right on the flop. There's already $221 in the pot. Big Fish with less than a pot-sized bet here. So if it does check to him, he should be going all in here. But no, he checks. I'm not exactly sure what he's doing. Bobby's going to continue on. There's only one overcard. And he figures nobody has it, but Big Fish actually does have it. Bottom pair for Baby Spider. And looks like he's going to turn his hand into a bluff here as he is going to raise. Now, this is going to put Big Fish in a weird spot. I kind of think he has to call with just his stack size and what's in the pot. I kind of think he has to call, but you never know with Big Fish. He makes some very interesting plays. Okay, he does go all in. And if this works, if he wins this hand, he's going to look like a genius because I think if he just rips it initially, then Bobby folds and Baby Spider doesn't make this move, but now he does. So Baby Spider, the clubs are no good for him. Oh, 5 right on the turn. So Baby Spider will take the win. So, not to be results-oriented, but a Big Fish would have just open jammed the flop. Baby Spider is folding his 5-4. Bobby might call with the pocket nines, but instead he gets the wrong player to call. and loses his buy-in. So it looks like Big Fish is going to be rebuy-in. Andrew adding $5 to the button, but now that's up to $10. And Johnny V will take care of the rebuy, and we will take care of our promos here this month for Texas Card House Rio Grande Valley. All the different clubs throughout Texas have different promos. Talked about it earlier, the 2-for-1 time. Everybody always asks about it. You can buy up to $100 of time every Friday and every Sunday in the month of June. So instead of paying $12 an hour, it'll be $6 an hour. That's a great deal right there. Another great deal is the $20 tournament. We started it last month and got a real good response. Very, very fun tournament to play. It's a $20 buy-in. You get 20,000 chips to start off with. The blinds go up every 20 minutes. Every Friday at 6 o'clock, and then on Sundays it's at 2 o'clock. We do have a Saturday-Sunday tournament. The weekend tournaments start at 2, and during the week it starts at 6. So rebuy taken care of, and we are on to the next hand. Looks like Big Fish reload him for 500. And he's jumping right back in with the 3-2 of diamonds. So he immediately comes in for a raise with 3-2, the dirty diaper. Don't know if he's on tilt, but it does appear that way. So this is the match to stack game. It's a 1-3 game. The minimum buy-in is 300. And it is match to stack, and that's what they're trying to figure out right now. It looks like Big Tuna, who's sitting next to Big Fish. So Big Tuna there in seat 4, I think, wants to match the stack of Baby Spider, and he has about 2,500 does Baby Spider. So they're trying to match his stack just in case if they get involved in a big hand. Queen 10 of diamonds, D-Lou making the call. 10 at 9 of clubs, Drew making the call. Queen Jack also making the call. So 2 players with clubs, 2 players with diamonds. 2 players with a 10, 2 players with a queen. So Big Fish actually has 2 live cards. I guess that's the one silver lining when you play 3-2. Chances are both your cards are live. And even with his 2 live cards, he's only 8% right now at this moment to win the pot. Los with the Queen Jack, currently the favorite. And Big Tuna's coming into hand, and wow, he also has clubs, and he has the same hand as Big Fish. It's kind of funny. One of them saying Big Tuna, one of them saying Big Fish. They have the same hand here, and a 10 comes right on the flop, which will give the lead to D-Lou. Now, Drew also has a 10 here. So D-Lou going to check it. I think Drew's going to bet at it here. He is on the button. There's 250 in the pot. It looks like he's going to bet $100. Los, I don't think, can continue here, as he has 4 people still left to act behind him. I think if it was heads up, you might continue here since you have some overcards and some backdoor draws, but I don't think he can continue. He definitely wants to. Queen Jack of suited is a pretty hand. And is he thinking about raising here? Wow, okay. And yes, he does raise. So he's basically representing the 7 here. This might work, but I think Drew is just too shallow. Drew only has $300 left, so the pot's already over $700. I think Drew is just going to go with his hand, especially because he has some backdoor club draws. The backdoor clubs aren't good. This is going to get D-Lou to fold. No, D-Lou's going to go with it. Wow, these guys came to play tonight. like I said, we've had to reset this stream twice already, so this is actually my third time trying this, but so far so good. But I really haven't seen the previous hands, really haven't gotten a feel for the table. But Drew finally does fold, so I think Drew would have called the raise here, but then D-Lou went all in here, and great play by D-Lou. Los making a play at it, representing the 7. So obviously when D-Lou makes this play, he doesn't want to snap call. So his read is right, and he feels happy about that. And I just don't see how Los could call this, but like I said, I still haven't gotten a feel for the game. Normally when you watch your game for a little bit or know the players, you kind of know what's coming here. I've played with most of these guys before, but tonight I will say they are taking it up a notch. Part of it, I think, is that they're on the stream. They want to be making some moves here and stuff, and D-Lou making a move with the best hand. D-Lou thought that Los was up to something, and he went all in, and he was hoping that he didn't get a snap call. And once he didn't snap call, and you're like, all right, my read was right. I got him. Oh, looks like they took the 15 off from the button there. So, yeah, there should be 15 on the button there. And that's what Los is asking. You can see him saying, what happened to the $10? So there was a 10, yeah, there was $10 on the button there. So I don't know if they gave him to D-Lou by mistake or if they got drug into the pot somehow. But there should actually be 15 on there now. So not sure what happened. You can rewind the tape at home. We cannot. At least I cannot, because I am watching this feed live. Basically what you're seeing, I see at the same time. So I can't rewind, but if one of you at home wants to rewind, you can see it's 7:45 on the clock. We are on a 15-minute delay. It's actually 8 o'clock in Texas, but right where the dealers has the iPad right under his hands there, sometimes it lights up on the time, and you can see that we're on the delay. Yeah, and yeah, so yeah, there was an extra $10, and that's what. There we go. They got it figured out. So there was an extra $10 that he got awarded, and he does. All right, Bobby coming in for the raise with the 8-5, the Chad Johnson, 8-5. And D-Lou feeling it. Just won the last pot, went with his read, he was right, and playing above the rim right now is D-Lou with the 9-6, putting in the 3-bet, but Baby Spider has a hand here. So Baby Spider's gonna put in the 4-bet, and I think that's gonna end the hand. Yeah, nobody has really anything to call with, and that is, yeah, for sure Bobby's folding. And looks like Baby Spider got colored up. He had a lot of red, so he got colored up. No, D-Lou's going to make the call here. He's actually not in terrible shape. He's playing his rush here. It's only 60-40 is the difference, 60-40 here. And he's going to miss. And Baby Spider's going to put in a small C-bet, I would imagine. He's probably going to bet about 100. Let's see what Baby Spider does. Baby Spider, yep, Baby Spider bet 100. And D-Lou immediately folds. So D-Lou decided to play his rush there. Did not work out, but the play beforehand worked out for sure. And you could see on the pre-flop raises as D-Lou has been the one raising the most here. He's at 29%, so basically 30% of the time he is first in the raise. Baby Spider, 25% of the time. Both Everin and Los, less than 10% of the time raising. And there is a button straddle, as it's going to be a $6 button straddle, I believe. There's $20 on the button, but that's part of the small blind game. The dollar chips in front, part of the straddle. So it's going to be 6 to go. Under the gun. Action will start under the gun for Big Tuna. Puts it in the muck. Big Fish with the Queen 10. Another $5 for him to call, so he's basically halfway in. Everin with the ace, but it is not suited, and he will fold. Baby Spider, Queen 7 offsuit into the muck. Drew with the 9-7 of hearts will come in for a raise. Looks like $20, $25. That'll put the action on the straddler. Hard Corey with the King 7 of diamonds. Big Fish is priced in, closing the action. 3 ways to the flop we go, and it'll come king high. So Big Fish with the check, and Drew's just going to put in the c-bet here. He was the pre-flop raiser, hoping nobody has a king or a jack, but somebody has a king, and that somebody is Corey. Corey with the C, not a K. So Corey for sure calling here. He might put in a raise. And that's what it looks like he's going to do. He's assembling a raise. $45 bet, and he's going to make it $135.
I'm more worried about what Isaac is saying about me in the commentary. You know, he just walked in. Yeah, so he probably is.
So Big Fish with the open ender here. And you can see he's in a weird or bad position here. He did call the $6 pre-flop, then called the 25. So now he's going to put into fold. He gambled earlier and lost. This is his second buy-in, so playing a little bit more conservative. So the win for Hard Corey, and you can see, excuse me, you can see Big Tuna put in an extra $5. He actually changed out the $5 on the button, so now it's $25. Small blind game. If you're just joining us and don't know about the small blind game, every time somebody is on the button, they will put $5 on the button, and that pot, that bonus, is only available to the small blind. If the small blind doesn't win it, the next player puts in $5, and the next player puts in $5 until the small blind wins it. And we got a quadruple straddle. See, straddle 6, double straddle to 12, triple straddle to 24. Should be 24. Yeah, it's 24 triple straddle. So the re-straddle, the re-straddle. So the action will be on Andrew, actually, seat 1. It's going to be $24 to come into this hand. Hand 30 here at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. He does have an ace, but it's only ace 9, and it's 24 to come in. This is a 1-3 game, and he's coming in. Los next to act with the pocket 3s. Looks like Andrew added on 500 there. So pocket 5s. Hard Corey also making the call. He might raise here, as there is a triple straddle, so he's basically assuming those players don't have a good hand, but he just makes the call. And Big Fish also coming along. D-Lou folded the 9-7, so Big Fish with the 9-7 makes the call. D-Lou with the 9-7 makes the fold. You can see how just different players play their hands different. And Baby Spider actually with a decent hand here in the straddle, Jack 8 of clubs. So right now, pocket 5's in the lead, but excuse me, the Jack 8 is actually in the lead. right now, he has the live cards and somebody folded a 5. So Jack 8 of clubs in the lead mathematically right now, but the ace comes right on the flop, and that's actually going to give Drew top 2 pair. So he might check this. No, there's $140 in the pot, so he's not getting tricky. He's betting looks like half pot here. He's betting $80. So there's already 140 in the pot. This is just a 1-3 game, so he knows that that's a good pot, and he decides not to get tricky, just leads right out. There are plenty of draws on the board. Big Fish flopping bottom 2 pair, and I think Big Fish is going to lose all his chips in this hand. He's just going to make the call. So Big Fish better hope a heart comes out to slow the action down. If not, I think the money's going to go all in. Oh, Big Fish picking up a flush draw now? Yeah, I don't see any of these players getting away from their hand. There's $300 in the pot. Big Fish picking up the diamond draw. Big Fish with only $300 in the stack. So Drew's just going to put them all in here, I think. And yes, he does. Big Fish is going to have to call here. He picked up a flush draw. Yeah, and I think he's just going once because he's stuck. So it looks like they're just going once. Big Fish is stuck trying to make back his money. And he's going to miss. Well, shall I say he's not going to improve? So, as I said, basically when this hand was happening, Big Fish at the 9-7 suited, he made the call. And D. Lou also had the 9-7 suited, and he made the fold. And that's the great thing about poker. I mean, different players play their hands differently. You might think they're playing it right or wrong, but in the end of the day, it's their money, it's their chip. So however they choose to play it, that is 100% their choice. All right, so I'm not sure if that's the end of Big Fish or if he's going to rebuy, but we are 8-handed right now, and there is no straddle on. So last hand we had a triple straddle. So last hand it was $24 to come in, and now it's only $3 to come in, and the action will be on Everin under the gun. 7-6 offsuit. We'll probably put that in the muck, and does. Baby Spider, Jack 7 suited, makes it 15. Drew just won that big pot with the ace-9, so of course he's going to call. It's actually a $20 raise from Baby Spider. Got Hardcore E. Makes the fold. Big Tuna. See what he has. 10 deuce. The Doyle. And he makes the call. Looks like Big Fish with the rebuy. He's coming back in. Mama didn't raise a quitter. Oh. And he's got a lot of chips. It's hard to tell because he's got the big mitts there. All right, so 5 ways to the flop we go. $100 in this pot. Queen 4-4, 2 diamonds. Nobody has diamonds, but somebody has a 4, and that's somebody's Dilu. And leading right out will be Bobby, who has the queen. I kind of like just a flat call from Dilu here. Kind of disguises his hand. If he raises here, a lot of times they'll automatically put you on the 4, and that's what he's doing. He is raising. He did have the 5 of diamonds, which is why I just like the flat call. But he does decide to raise it up. It's not a big raise, though. It's not a big raise. He's giving Bobby a real good price, and I think Bobby's going to make the call, considering that he does have some backdoor outs as well. He's getting a good price. I don't think this is a bad call because there's a flush draw out there. So Bobby's going to be making the call. Yep, he does make the call. So Bobby looking for a club or a queen, and it is a king. So that might save Bobby some money here, as now there's an overcard to his queen. So even if he puts Dilu on a flush draw, let's see what Dilu does here. There's $300 in the pot. And he's betting exactly half pot, 150. So if Bobby calls, he puts him on a flush draw. And if Bobby folds, he's going to put him either on the 4 or the king. And Bobby's called. So Bobby has him on the flush draw here. So if the diamond doesn't come, so Delu might make some money here with another bet. Because Bobby, let's see if Delu goes for some value here. There's 600 in the pot. See what type of value bet. Bobby's going to call anything less than 300, I would say, because he has Delu on a missed flush draw. Once he called the turn, he's basically telling Delu he thinks he has a flush draw. He bets 250. I think this is a good bet. I think Bobby's going to look him up. And Bobby is really thinking about this. Like I said, when Delu bet the turn and got a call, that was telling me at least that he doesn't believe Delu has a 4. He believes that Delu has a flush draw. Now the king might scare him because he might have a king-high flush draw. So that's what Bobby's thinking about here. Like, well, maybe he missed his flush draw but still hit the king, and no, he does make the call. So nice value bet there by Delu on the river. Like I said, I thought Bobby would call up to 300, and Delu made it 250, and he got the call from Bobby. But once Bobby called the turn there, that told me, and apparently that told Delu as well, that he had him on a flush draw. So Delu going for some value there and gets paid off to the tune of an extra $250. All right, there's the VPIP. There's the VPIP. Everett at only 3%. That's a little surprising. But everybody else, at least 25%. The VPIP is voluntarily put money in the pot. And it looks like we're going to have a dealer change. There's $30 or $35 on the button, but that's part of the small blind game. So I think Delu's going to be calling maybe even up to a $50 raise to go after that extra incentive that's on the button there. But there's also a straddle. So a lot going on this hand is we have the small blind game going on, we have a straddle, and we have a dealer change. Hand 32 here at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. So under the gun, Andrew, who has the biggest VPIP at over 60%, action will be on him. You can see when the dealers deal these cards, they try to deal them to the circles because that's where the RFID reader is. So the dealer did not pitch C3 there, so he's having them scan the cards to make sure that they get scanned.
Hey, who's that guy?
Big Tuna with the 8-5. And looks like he's a fan of Chad Johnson, the 8-5. Oh, Big Fish with the aces, and he's just going to flat here. So getting tricky with the aces. Let's see if anybody wakes up with a hand, and nobody is, as Corey going to be making the call, and obviously Big Tuna is the one that raised this pot. So the aces just flattened in the cutoff. Got the 8-5 and the Queen Jack, and a very, very clean board for the aces there. It might even go check through here. Big Tuna was the initial raiser, but he's going to put in the C-bet, $180 in. Going to bet a third of the pot, $60. So Big Fish, he has the ace of diamonds, which is even more reason to flat. I mean, I think every time you flat here, but even with the ace of diamonds, so now there's even more reason to flat, and that's what he does. And Corey will be done with this hand, hard Corey. 6. Oh, I was gonna say I think a 6 gives him a straight, and a 6 gives him a straight. Wow. So Big Tuna messing around with the 8-5 pre-flop, making the race. Big Fish getting tricky. with just the call with the aces, and now Big Fish is in big trouble. He's going to need a 4 or an ace on the river to get a full house. He can't fold here. He has to call the 115. Hopefully he doesn't raise, because if he does raise, he's going to lose those chips. And right as I say that, he makes the raise. Action's on Big Tuna now, and Big Tuna just goes all in. And oh, and he makes the call too. So looking for an ace or a 4, and he will miss. So the third buy-in for Big Fish. And I think that's going to do it for Big Fish. He is done for the night. Decided to get tricky with the aces. And sometimes that's what happens. So that gives the $1,000 win. That's over $1,000 pot there for Big Tuna. So it looks like another 5 on there. So there's either 35 or 40 on the button. And no stratos. No stratos? No, no stratos. Okay. So those small circles, if you haven't seen the stream before, that is where the RFID readers are, which is why the dealer pitches to it. And you can see the players kind of hold the cards over the sensor there to make sure that they read the cards properly. Of course, that helps everybody, and that's why we're watching. I mean, we're watching to see their hold cards. There's actually like some old school footage where ESPN used to show the World Series of Poker without the hold cards, because the hold cards didn't start until like the early 2000s, mid 2000s. So, like back in the 80s or 90s, they would have like the main event, but with no hold cards. So the commentators would actually be guessing what they had.
I trapped myself. So I'm thinking maybe he flatted 3 with a big hand.
But I just don't see him putting all that with like even an overpair.
Yeah, I don't play with him. So
He's pretty tight.
All right, Baby Spider with the 3-bet here. He thought Bobby was messing around, and he was correct. We'll see if the seat from Big Fish gets filled. Bobby not done with the hand here. 8-4 of hearts. He does have position. Top pair for Baby Spider, and he's going to continue here for probably about 70, 75, 60. I think he's going to bet 60 here. Let's see. He bets 75, so he does size it up. There are 2 diamonds on the board. And I think Bobby's going to be done with this hand, but we'll see. He only has 8 high. He has, I guess, some backdoor straight draws, but that's being pretty ambitious. And he does make the fold. So they'll add $5 to that button, and that's what Everett's doing. You can see him grabbing the 5, getting ready to put it on the button. And I believe this is the raise preflop, and it is. So D-Lou, half the time he plays, he is raising. And the same holds true for Baby Spider. Half the time that they play the hand, they're not calling, they're raising. So those are the 2 big raisers pre-flop, and I think if you look at their chip stacks, they're the 2 big winners. So kind of correlating real nice there. Under the gun for Drew, making sure the card's getting scanned properly, and looks like he's gonna limp. He's of the mindset that limping is pimping. Hardcore with 10-7 will make the fold. Big Tuna, Queen 3 offsuit, the San Francisco busboy, and he will fold. The San Francisco busboy. Baby Spider making a call. So Drew limped under the gun with Ace King. And he will flop top 2 pair. So Baby Spider is the small blind here. He might try to get creative and try to seal this pot. He's definitely going to bet here since everybody checked on the flop. He has a 4, and obviously Drew did not have ace king because he's not folding. But Los has a flush draw now, so he's gonna make the call. No, he's gonna make the raise. Is that a min click? Did he make it 40? That's not gonna work because Baby Spider. Oh no, Baby Spider. Excuse me. I got the hands mixed up. Sorry about that. Baby Spider was the one with the 7-5. So Baby Spider with the flush draw, and he misses. But I think he might bluff it. He does have the extra $40 that he can win. No, it goes check check. All right, let's talk about some more promos that we got here from the Texas Card House, RGV. New promos for the month. We got the popularity contest. Boom. So this is actually a real good promo. So if you are a member here at the Texas Card House and you refer a new member, you can win $1,000. The top 3 players with the most new member referrals at the end of the month will receive a cash prize. So that is a great promo. If you have some friends and family that have never been here to the Texas Card House, you could just bring them here and they could become a member and they could just hang out. There is a pool table. It is a social club. There is a bar. They have some great drink specials here. They actually have a $1 beer here. So, I mean, even if they don't play poker, you can bring them in, pick up the referral bonus there. So 3 people are going to win some money. First place $1,000, second place $500, and third place $250. So that's, like I said, that's a great contest. You can bring a friend or a family member that have never been here. They pay the daily membership for the day or whatever. You get credit for bringing somebody. That's a great promo. It's literally free money. So D-Lou with the jacks and, of course, an ace flops. So that's might save him money, but he still has the best hand. I did not see how the action went pre-flop. Was talking about the referral. Hardcore with the bet. I think D-Lou might have to fold. There's 2 overcards here. Don't like it. And you can see his face there. Yeah, he's got the sad look. He's got that summertime sadness. And he's gonna fold. And I think Hardcore is gonna take the win here. Yep. So it looks like there's $50 on that button now, or $55 as part of the small blind game. I don't know if we're going to get that 5th seat filled. I do not see. Big Fish is gone. He bought in 3 times. Not his night. Took off. Don't know if we're going to get the seat filled. And it looks like we have an under the gun straddle from Big Tuna. Pretty sure that was Bill Parcells' nickname. All right, so Big Tuna.
You're out of the game.
Get out of the room.
That's the fold. That's the. He's got a 4.
So action on Bobby. We'll make the fold. D-Lou with the fold. Baby Spider. And it's going to be the battle of essentially the blinds. There is a straddle, Big Tuna, with the straddle, which is essentially a 3rd blind. So it's going to be 9-6 versus 6-4. Basically, whoever puts the first bet in this pot's going to win. Ace King 4.
Yeah, my girlfriend's boyfriend, okay?
She's cheating on him during the stream.
No, she's not cheating. I know about it. It's my girlfriend's boyfriend, okay? I had to buzz him in.
So it's going to go checked all the way down. Or is somebody going to bluff here? Now, Los with the $20 bluff. And Big Tuna makes the call. So Big Tuna, who straddled the hand, will get the win. All right, I did say we do have live action in the chat, so let's go to Chatsville here.
I was just trying to get that thing to come around to me.
Somebody's saying aces always lose. Richard saying, I'm sure wish we had a commentator from the 80s. I'm guessing Richard is at least in his 50s with that comment.
But now I see that you kind of want it to get to you, so you kind of play some defense also. You know? I didn't think of that dynamic. I didn't think about that dynamic.
All right, still don't have the seat filled. I know we lost seat 1 earlier. We had chaos in seat 1, and we got that seat filled, but looks like we're still 8-handed here. But these guys are gambling, as the action is on Bobby. 10-7 off suit. He's going to come in for a raise with 15. D-Lou with the Jack 10, taking his seat and mucking his cards. Baby Spider 4 deuce off suit. So nobody with really anything here, but Los does have ace deuce suited. He's on the button here, so he's making the call for sure. Hard Corey with the fold, and Big Tuna's going to be calling for sure. Might even raise, but I think he's just going to call since he's in the blind. Yeah, he's just going to call. So Big Tuna does not want to see clubs, as Los has bigger clubs.
And I actually thought about jamming it.
5-6. Big Tuna flopping big as he flops bottom 2 pair. Nobody else has anything, so he's not going to win a big pot, I don't think. And he makes about a pot-sized bet here. Yeah, he bets 45 into a $46 pot. So pot-sized bet, he does have bottom 2 pair. There are a lot of draws out there. There's some straight draws. There's some flush draws. And Bobby having one of those draws. Bobby needing a 8 for a straight.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Exactly.
Diamond coming on the turn. Might slow down the action. I don't think anybody has a diamond. But Big Tuna might check here now that the diamond has come in. 136 in the pot. And Big Tuna gonna find out if Bobby has a diamond, and this should take it down. Bobby does not have a diamond. I can't see how Bobby calls here unless if he has plans to bluff the river, or unless if he has plans to raise. I think Big Tuna's going to call. He can't give up quite yet. He does have 2 pair. There is a straight out there. There is a flush out there, but he does have 2 pair. I do not see Big Tuna folding here. I think he's going to call for sure. The only question is, of course, what happens on the river. It's a pretty big raise here. $235 is the raise. So another $160 for Big Tuna to call. Like I said, we're on a 15-minute delay. You can see the clock there at the very bottom. That's actually the live clock, but we're on the 15-minute delay. So I see the action the same time you see the action. Big Tuna's thinking about folding here. He does have bottom 2. Wow, he does make the fold. So Bobby with the big bluff. Is he going to show anything? Oh, he shows the bluff. Nothing but air.
Ready to go.
I love it.
Last time you thought that long, you called. I was like, fuck me. Like, the longer he thinks, the closer he's going to get to call.
I usually call, but not that time.
And then that thing comes and then he bounce jams the river and you fold. I was gonna do that.
Yeah.
That already happened.
You motherfucker.
That already happened once.
All right, $6 under the gun straddle from D-Lou. Action will be on Everin. Everin has the lowest VPIP of the night, and he really hasn't been catching any cards. He has the King 4. I don't think he's going to call, but we'll see.
That's how I hit my gutter.
Got about another 2 hours left on the stream. We had to restart it twice, but turns out the third time we go on the air, looks like the third time's the charm. So Everin, I think he heard about his low VPIP coming in for the raise here, but Baby Spider picks up a hand right after him. He's going to 3-bet it. Los is going to be coming along.
My VPIP is now
Correct.
2%.
So he, on purpose, raised it from $6 to 15.
20, and then he on purpose.
So Everin
Yeah, he on purpose.
might make the call here. He's getting a real good price. It's only $40 more.
I like his style.
And Bobby with the suited ace wants to call. Yeah, Everin does make the call. Like I said, he's getting a good price, and he does have live cards. So ace-queen out in front right now, and we will see 3. And the ace-queen does hit top pair. I think Baby Spider's going to bet here, but he'll probably make it about, I think he's going to make it 80. And that's exactly what he bets. He bets 80. There were 2 diamonds on there. I thought he would bet somewhere between 60 and 80, but with the 2 diamonds, he chose the bigger size, and that's, we'll get it done. Nobody else has anything. And they will add $5 to the button for the small blind game.
That would be cool.
Live.
Did you see it screaming?
Oh, hey, Bobby. Oh, my God.
All right, looks like we got a straddle, so that'll help Everin's VPIP, as the straddle does count towards your VPIP, because you are voluntarily putting money in the pot. And Baby Spider double straddles right after him. So this 1-3 game is now $12 to come in with the 2 straddles. Drew under the gun will fold. Los with the ace-king. Let's see, is he going to raise or just call here? So he's confirming if it is a straddle. That's what he's doing right now. He's just seeing if there's a double straddle, and I think he's going to raise here. So maybe about 50. Let's see. Makes it 55. So nice raise here from Los. Like I said, the double straddle was on. Oh, and Big Tuna does not want to give up his button. Big Tuna calling with the Jack 4. He has position. And Bobby coming in for the small blind game. Looks like there's $65 on the button, and he's the only one eligible to win that. Delu, I think, is going to come along as well. He has the King Jack suited, but he's in big trouble if a king comes out. And Everin's just going to open rip it. Everin with the squeeze play. And Los has to re-jam here just to get it heads up, and that's what he's going to do. So that should clear everybody out. So Everin will see the bad news, and Everin's going to need a 5. Actually, in these spots, if I have the ace-5 here, I just want the board to pair. That way now I have a chance to chop it.
I think I got you, bro. You want to do the last 2 twice?
No, let's just do everything once.
All right.
So they're going to run it 1 time. So Everin needing a 5, needing some diamonds, or needing the board to pair twice.
That would be funny, though. We have the same hand.
377.
So as I said, we're on a 15-minute delay. Once again, if you are just joining us, or if you have been with us since the start, it's been a bumpy road with the stream. I'm not going to lie. It's been a bumpy road. We had to restart the stream twice. But now everything seems to be working good. Oh, there's the paired board. And now he has the 3 as the out, too. So this is a good flop for Everin. And now he has more outs. And no, he's going to miss.
You good? Am I good? Can't be good.
So Los with the win. That That was a great flop for Everin as he had the paired board. So a 4 would have given him a chop, a 3 would have given him a win, a 5 would have given him the win, but instead he misses everything and he's going to have to rebuy. Like I said, this is only a 1-3 game. It is a 1-3 game that we stream here on Wednesday nights. And on Fridays, we have the 2-5 game. So if you think this game is big, look at all the greens on the table there. We have Baby Spider. He has over 2,000. Big Tuna with over 2,000. I mean, these are some big stacks for a 1-3 game, folks. Texas, Card House, Rio Grande Valley. Everything's bigger in Texas. And the straddle under the gun. I think we're up to $75 on that small blind game. It looks like we have 3 greens on there. 10-8 offsuit for Drew. I think that's going to go into muck, and does. Los, who just won the last hand, has another ace, but it's only has a 3 kicker. Hard Corey. We'll make the call with the ace-4. Oh, Big Tuna with the Cowboys. And he's getting tricky with them. Just the call. D-Lou, Jack-8. I think he's going to make the call, especially with that $75 bonus. No, he makes the fold. Baby Spider with the ace, getting a good price. So Big Tuna with the kings way out in front. And it comes queen high with 2 hearts. Nobody has much of anything. Well, actually, Bobby does flop middle pair. Hard Corey, the initial raiser. We'll see if he continues on. No, he doesn't. And Big Tuna, I think he's gonna have to bet his hand now. He played it slow at the beginning. There's $84 in the pot. Looks like he's gonna bet 40. It's 55. Bobby's calling with the middle pair. You can see him cutting out the chips. And that'll take us heads up. Bobby needed a jack or a 9, as there's just under $200 in the pot here. Action will be on Big Tuna. 5 of diamonds. Big Tuna's probably going to continue here. I'm going to say 120 or somewhere between 120 and 130. I think Big Tuna's going to bet. Let's see what he does here. The 5 of diamonds is what's known as a blank. Oh, wow. Big Tuna sizing up here. Did not see that coming, but he basically makes over a pot-sized bet. As the 5 of diamonds now puts 2 flush draws on the board. And I saw this earlier from Bobby, so if Bobby puts him on a flush draw, Bobby's going to call. And nope, Bobby put him on the queen, and Big Tuna just shows the king of hearts, so kind of making him think that he had a flush draw. So interesting bet size from Big Tuna there, as he bet over the pot on the turn with the 2 flush draws, and that got the fold from Bobby. That's the thing. I also don't know if Big Tuna wanted a call or not.
I'm gonna love to watch that later. Yeah, I'm gonna love to need it. My girlfriend's gonna say, that guy's stupid, man. You had nothing. You didn't have shit. Yeah, you didn't have shit, right, baby?
All right, action will be under the gun. No, that looks like a straddle. So Drew with the straddle, is that right? $6 straddle? Yeah. So $6 straddle for Drew. Action will be on Los. Hard Corey with the 5s will at least be calling, maybe raising. And he's going to be raising to 25. Big Tuna just winning the last hand. King Jack offsuit. Going to make the call. Bobby with the suited connectors. I think Bobby might call here. Suited connectors. And he does. Dealer with the 10s. I like a big raise here. At least 125, probably even 150 is what I like here. We'll see what Delu does. At least 125, maybe even 150. Yeah, he makes it 130, so it was at least 125. So Drew with just a 9 high, not sure what he's thinking about.
Well, she's not celibate, like I said. She's having sex with her other boyfriends.
So he makes the fold. Hardcore might call here, and if Hardcore calls, it might bring in big tuna. Yeah, he is calling. Oh, he has the chips in his hand, and somebody is feeling Big Fish's seat. And I think this is going to bring Big Tuna along, and D. Lewis thinking to himself, why didn't I raise more?
130, right? Yeah, cards, right? 5 cards. All right, I'm on.
Oh, Big Tuna making a move. This is going to put D-Lou in a bad spot. Big Tuna ripping it. He has a huge stack. Big Tuna with 1,500 in his stack. This move actually does not make a lot of sense, as he just flatted the initial raiser. But here's the crazy part. If D-Lou calls, it's still going to be 50-50. Because Big Fish has, Big Tuna, excuse me, has 2 overcards. And that's what D-Lou knows. D-Lou knows for sure he has 2 overcards to my 10. The only question is, do those 2 overcards match? So he doesn't have like kings or queens or jacks. He does have king jack though. That looks like a Fins fan taking seat 5, and he brought some black chips in. It looks like he's in for over 3,000. So does D-Lou want to flip here? And it's D-Lou with 2,000 in his stack. So if D-Lou makes a call here, we're going to have almost a $5,000 pot in a 1-3 game, folks. Make sure you hit that like button. I think D-Lou knows that he's in front right now, and he is correct. But I don't think he wants to flip for his stack. Wow, Big Tuna really putting D-Lou in the blender here. Oh, he makes the call. He makes the call, folks. We're going to have a $4,400 pot, a 1-3 game, and somehow, some way, Big Tuna's flipping here. I think they're going to run it twice, but this is crazy, folks. Yeah, they are running it twice. So the crazy part, like I said, Big Tuna was making a move here, but he's still basically 50-50. So far, so good for D-Lou. And now the river. Oh, the jack on the river. That hurts. That hurts. That hurts. Nobody has a spade? There we go. They'll chop it up. They'll chop it up. I think D-Lou's going to be happy with that result. They ran it twice, so they're going to chop it. Wow, that jack on the river. So when it's all said and done, they still want $83 each because of the dead money that was in there, but they do chop the pot. But we had over a $4,000 pot in a 1-3 game. You don't see that at some 2-5 games. And now, like I said, we had somebody take the seat. That was Fins fan, and Fins fan is in for 3,000. So normally these guys play after the stream, and that is going to be the case tonight. These guys are going to be playing past 10 o'clock. Our stream will end. We still have over an hour left on our stream, but it's going to end a little bit after 10, and these guys are going to continue to play. And you too can play here at the Texas Card House. Keep in mind, this is just a stream table. We have other tables out on the floor. High hand promos going on right now as well. We'll let you know about those high hand promos in a little bit. Hard Corey, 7-5 with the limp. Big Tuna, winning last pot, 5-6. Jack 9 of spades for Bobby. He makes the call. Everett wanted to get involved. He knows his VPIP isn't that great. He does have the button, though, so he will have position for the rest of the hand. And he actually has the best hand right now? It's kind of crazy. Queen 10 offsuit, 5 ways. That's the best hand right now. King 8-5, 2 diamonds. A couple of players with some 5s. Nobody with an 8. Nobody with diamonds. One of the players with a 5 is going to take a bet. And this is probably going to work. $75 bet into a $100 pot. This is probably going to work. And yes, indeed, it does work. All right, let's find those high hand promos. Is this your card? Yep. There's the high hand promos. Did somebody call? The Jack 7 of Drew called. I wonder if that's reading his cards right, because that's kind of a interesting call from Drew there. But Corey's just going to keep his foot on the gas. The reader is showing he has Jack 7, and he called a $75 bet on the flop. So sometimes the cards don't scan right. I thought this hand was over. I was about to jump into the progressive high hands we have here at the Texas Card House, but let's see how this hand finishes. I mean, I'm thinking he has King 7, or maybe he has 2 diamonds. So Drew might have had diamonds because he checks again. And will Corey fire again? I mean, the board has gotten a little crazy. No, he goes all in with just the 5 and insta fold from Drew. Like I said, I'm not sure if that hand was read right, but we do have high hands here at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. This is the promo for the month of June. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, so the high hands are in effect right now. Both hold cards must play, and it needs to be aces full of 10s to qualify. It starts at 9 a.m. in the morning, and they roll over until 11 o'clock at night. So it is a $100 rollover, and most of the time they roll over. I mean, most of the time it's going to be a couple $100 hitting a high hand here at the Texas Card House. Month of June, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All right, small blind game is in effect. There is a button straddle, but Drew has the opportunity to win the money here on the small blind, and it's got to be up to about $80 right now, I think. Bobby calling. Ace high flop. And Drew going after the bonus money from the small blind game. Bobby with a gut shot. Might call him no. He's going to eat his Reese's. And Baby Spider has the bottom pair there, so he's going to keep him honest. Club on the turn for fun? Nope. Is Drew going to shut it down? I believe there's about an $80 bonus for the small blind game. And Drew's going to continue here. 113 in the pot, and he's going to be betting. Ooh, a pot-sized bet. This might work. Now, Baby Spider is on the button, so he knows exactly how much money Drew is going after because that button is in front of him with the extra chips on there. This is a pot-sized bet. It's putting Baby Spider in a weird spot.
Yeah, they are. It's so hard to get confident. It's like when we say you're almost middle.
He's still thinking about it. And one of the reasons why he's thinking about it is because of the small blind game. He knows the extra money. And here we go. Here we go. He's going to show it to get the bonus. How much is the bonus? Let's see. There's the bonus. Yeah, it was about an $80 bonus. He's really happy to get that through. And now he'll put $5 in to start the small blind game again. So in addition to the stream table we have going right now, there is also 2 different 1-3 tables. Now, the minimum buy-in for those tables is only $100. And mostly everybody comes in to the normal 1-3 games here that are not being streamed between $100 and $300 is your normal buy-in. But like I said, this is a stream table. The Fins fan sitting down with $3,000. It is a match to stat game. So he came in for $3,000 there in seat 5.
All right, 10. All right, he says yes to 10. Everybody's in for 10? Yes,
Wait, when it gets to my small run, I just shove lines and it'll be worth it, right? Even $5, I mean.
And it looks like the players just agreed to increase the small blind game to $10. So we saw it get up to $80 with a $5, but now it's up to $10. So every time somebody is on the button, they add $10 to the pot, and if the small blind wins that hand, they win the bonus.
I was just staring at that restrat over there, and I was just like, I don't know if I did.
Baby Spider from the cutoff. Coming in for a raise here. Jack 7 of spades. Drew with the better jack, but I think he's going to fold. No, he just won last hand. He got that bonus. I think he won about $85 from just the bonus. So he's going to make the call. And Hardcore with the big ace. Ace 10 of spades. It's a double straddle hand. Big Tuna straddle to 10 under the gun. Fins fan making it 20. And Fins fan is getting a real good price. I think he's going to call here and does. And now Bobby. Excuse me. Now Bobby is going to close the action here. So he makes the call. So 5 ways to the flop. We go $430 in the middle. Ace 10 in the lead right now. Let's see what flops. 8 high flop. As Bobby actually with a good flop, flopping a pair and a straight draw here. And he's going to check it. And it's probably going to go check around and does. Heart on the turn? No, it's a spade. So I believe 2 people had spades, and that's correct. And Hardcore with one of the spades, the best spades, going to lead right out. Looks like 120. That would seem to be like a big bet, but it's actually a small bet because there was over $400 in the pot. So he's betting 120. Bobby, with the pair and the straight draw, might make the call here. He is worried that there's 2 players behind him, and that's why he hasn't called yet. If it was just heads up, his chips would have already been in the middle, but he has Baby Spider behind him. He has Drew behind him, and that is what is making him think here. He's Giving this a lot of thought, but finally does make the fold. Baby Spider might call. He has a straight draw and a flush draw. Hit that like button if you want to see a spade on the river, because if a spade comes in the river, we're going to see a big pot. 6 of spades? It's a jack, so Baby Spider comes from behind. Baby Spider thought he was calling to hit a spade, but it turns out the jack's going to be good enough for him. Almost $700 in the pot. Real weird position for Corey here. The flop went checked around, and he bet the turn when the board paired. So I don't even know how much Corey would bet here. He has 800 in his stack. I think this might be either an all-in or check. Not sure what the GTO chart says. Need to ask the GTO wizard Justin. I think he's playing on our stream on Friday. Need to ask him to analyze this hand. Yeah, he's just going to give it up, and I think Baby Spider's going to take his showdown value here. Really no reason to turn his hand into a bluff here. He's only getting called by an 8. Now he bets 325, and Corey immediately folds. I guess he thought Corey had a 4 or a 5 and might pay him off.
I bluffed him and he called me. You bluffed him with the worst hand and he called.
All right, don't forget about the high hand promos here at the Texas Card House. And this Friday and Sunday, got the $20 tournament going on. Back to the action we go. Double straddle last hand for Finn's fan, and now he puts on the under the gun straddle to 10. Action will be on Bobby. He's not at his seat, so his cards will get mucked. Dealer with the king deuce offsuit will put it in the muck. Everin really hasn't been catching cards tonight. Baby Spider just won last hand. And he's going to come in for a raise with the pocket threes to 30. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, tricky Drew with the aces. That will bring along Corey. 7 deuce big tuna. He might put in a 3-bet here just to try to get cute. I don't see him calling. I see him 3-betting. No, he calls with 7 deuce. Okay. And that's, oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I guess that was a bad seat. Big Fish was in that seat earlier. Lost 3 buy-ins, I think. And now Drew is like, I love it when a plan comes together. Aces versus kings here. Drew has just under $1,000, and that is going to be going in the middle right now. Finn's fan will make the call and have to catch a king. He flatted the $30 for somebody to back raise, and that's exactly what happened. So now he's just going to go all in. Wow, he's really trying to sell it. You don't need to sell it, bro. You don't need to sell it. Finn's fan has kings. You don't need to sell it. Just put all your money in, and yeah, a 5-bet here would look really, really weird. Well, actually, it would be a 4-bet because it was a $10 straddle from Finn's fan. Wow, he's really selling this. I mean, and the Oscar for the best performance at the Texas Card House goes and there he is. He finally says all in. And Finn's fan is going to be happy about this, but then he's going to see his cards and he's not going to be happy.
How did you know that? Just by hearing his voice?
Yeah, Finn's fan making the call. And he is not going to be happy. So they're trying to make a deal here. I don't think they know what their cards are yet. Once they see their cards, we'll see if they make a deal. Yeah. Wow. Oh, Baby Spider would hit the 3. Oh, now we got hearts, but that doesn't matter. Baby Spider would have voted up. So Baby Spider would have won that hand. But he couldn't call all the action for him. He made the right fold. He made the right fold. Somebody had aces, somebody had kings.
And I kind of smelled aces there, too. Just the limp jam.
So all of the acting for Drew, like I said, it was fun to watch, but it didn't matter if he insta-shoved or if he put on the act. He was going to double up whatever happened. Aces versus kings. It's really hard to avoid doubling somebody up in a cash game. When that happens, so that the turn actually only gave Finn's fan 1 out because the King of Hearts wouldn't have been good for him. It would have gave Drew. So Finn's fan was in a real bad spot there. And like I said, it might be the seat. Big Fish was in there earlier, lost the 3 buy-ins, and now Finn's fan takes the seat and runs kings into aces. Still got the bounty tournament going on, and that's every Monday. Keep in mind the tournament starts at 6 o'clock here at the Texas Card House. Bounty tournament, it's 150 center. $50 goes to the bounty. So if you knock somebody out, you collect their bounty, which is a nice little bonus. And then, of course, the other $100 goes towards the prize pool. Actually, 80 goes towards the prize pool, and then you have the 20 access fee for the exact breakdown on that. So I know Richard was on the chat earlier, and he's from Corpus, and Andrew is also from Corpus Christi, Texas. So not sure if Richard's still watching, but Richard, if you're still watching in the chat, let us know what you thought about that. Aces versus Kings hand. Let us know what you thought about Andrew's acting there. Oh, does Andrew have Ace King now? Yeah, Andrew with the Ace King, and he's given a 3-bet here. With the aces he was just trapping? No, he continues on with the traps. Trapper John over there. Now, he is actually behind the 7s. Technically, the 7s are ahead right now, but most people would 3-bet the Ace-King. And this is one of the reasons why, is because you want to get heads up. You don't want to bring in the blinds. So it looks like there was a double straddle. D-Lou put it on the $12 straddle, and then Baby Spider came in with a $40 raise. D-Lou feels like he's getting a real good price, and his cards are live, and both those things are true. Ace right on the flop. D-Lou catching a 5. $200 in the pot. And is Finn's fan going to stab at it with his flush draw? Yeah, Finn's fan stabs at it with his flush draw. D-Lou has a straight draw 2. I thought D-Lou was going to fold, but then I realized he had a straight draw, and I think he thought the same thing. So Andrew doesn't have a diamond in his hand. This might get him to raise here. $400 in the pot. And no, he just calls. So Big Tuna can't do anything here other than fold. And he finally does. So 3 ways to the turn, $500 in the pot. And now Andrew with top 2 pair. So Baby Spider actually called with the 7s too. He thought that Finn's fan might be on a flush draw and was correct. All right, here we go. Now, looks like he's betting over a pot-sized bet here. I don't think Vince fan can call, not get into proper price, but that's never stopped anybody before. He did lose a big pot to Drew earlier, and I think that normally sways players one way or the other. Like they either want to stay away from the player or they want to go after that player. And I think it's swaying Finn's fan to go after that player. Like, that's the guy that took my money. I want to get it back from that specific guy. Nope. He makes the fold. And everybody else will fold. So 2 big pots back to back from Andrew. I know there's people watching from all over Texas, all over the United States, and all over the world. But Rio Grande Valley, one of 6 locations for the Texas Card House. The original location in Austin, and it's actually in Austin, Austin proper, just northwest of downtown. And then you have 2 locations in the Dallas area, 2 locations in the Houston area, and then we're down here in the Rio Grande Valley, which is South Texas. Basically anything south of San Antonio, anything south of Interstate 10 is essentially considered South Texas. So Corpus Christi is part of South Texas, not part of the Rio Grande Valley, but part of South Texas. Corpus Christi, they're part of the Coastal Bend area, located right on the coast. And Andrew joining us tonight from Corpus Christi. Yeah, just about 2 hours away, depending on where you live in Corpus and how fast you drive, and give or take about 10 minutes in each direction, I would say. Ace, King, and 7s again. We just had this play out last hand, as Baby Spider had the 7s last hand, and Andrew had the Ace, King. We'll see if it's the same result this time. Oh, Finn's fan putting in the 3-bet with the Ace, Queen. Normally, this is a good play. Somebody raises 20 in early position, picks up like 4 or 5 callers. So normally, this is a good spot to squeeze. And normally, Ace, Queen would be ahead. But you can see that is not the case here. How much does Everett have in his stack? Because Everett might just stuff it in, and he does. So Finn's fan running into it early as he ran aces, as he ran kings into aces, and now he's running ace queen into ace king. So just some bad luck. No matter who was sitting in that seat, I think is the same result. Drew, who's won the previous 2 hands, is actually thinking about calling just to see if he's still on a heater. I don't think he's going to call. I think he was going to call Finn's fan, but now that somebody else called, he thinks that somebody, oh, wow, he does make the call. I was going to go with this Finn's fan re-raise, but he can't. So that makes sense on why he would call, because the re-raise from Everett was a dead raise. Finn's fan made it 210, and Everett went all in for a 270. So Finn's fan cannot re-raise. And that is just confirmed. That's what Big Tuna just asked. Big Tuna thinking about playing the 9-6 suited. He knows that Finn's fan cannot re-raise. So I could see him calling here. Seems like a crazy call. You only have $20 in the pot, but he's going to be closing the action. And yes, Big Tuna making the call, and he's not in bad shape here. He's actually in better shape than the Ace Queen. The Ace Queen with only 18% equity, Big Tuna with 21% equity, and Drew ahead right now with the pair of 7s. A 9 would be gross. If a 9 comes, it'll be gross. So side pot, king high. And, oh, he has the ace of diamonds as well. Wow, what a flop for Everett. Flops top pair, and he has the ace of diamonds. So last hand, we saw the 7s versus ace-king, and the ace-king won, and it looks like that's what's going to happen again, unless if Finn's fan hits another queen. He might think that his queen of diamonds is good, but it is not. And I don't think anybody's going to call here. This is an empty side pot. This is an empty side pot. As he still has chips left, Andrew still has chips left, and Big Tuna still has chips left, but nobody has anything to call with. So he's betting 250, and this is a separate pot. The main pot is 1373. This is the side pot. Drew does have the 7 of diamonds. It's only 250, but he's going to make the fold, and so is Big Tuna. And Vince Fan going to have to get really lucky here. He does not.
Go. There you go, Penny. You're like, come on, come on. Best draw.
So over $1,000 pot getting shipped towards Everett. This is his second buy-in, but I'm pretty sure this is going to make him a winner for the session. And Vince Fan is going to take another hit to his stack.
Now I can play something. I can afford the $10. I fucking knew it. Because you wanted it to be in there. But you know that was
All right, got some more action in the chat here. Keep in mind, if you are watching on Facebook, I do not have access to those comments. I only have access to the YouTube. So it looks like we got Bob Fleischman, New York Bob, as he's known on the stream. I think he's driving to Florida right now. He might be watching us on the drive, or maybe he already stopped for the night. But Chaos early on, he was using New York Bob's Prodigy as his screen name, so obviously New York Bob liking that. And we got Fletcher. Fletcher, a fan of Andrew. Andrew heating up. Andrew the actor. So it looks like we have a straddle. There's a double straddle, baby spider with the double straddle. Drew wants to call. He wants to call the 12. If it was $3, he's calling. But he's finally going to take a break. Went on a little heater there. You can see he has the chips stack, one of each color. He has at least one black chip, which is $100. He has some green chips, some red chips, some white chips. Los with the ace 10 of spades coming in for the raise. Looks like 50. 55. Ace 10 of spades. And Vince Fan going to put into 3-bet. He also has ace 10, but he has position. So it's a small 3-bet, but he's trying just to get heads up with Los. And I think it's going to work. I don't think anybody has a hand behind. Delu with the 6-3 suited. It's nice, but it's not $125 nice. So Los should make the call here, and we should be going heads up to a flop. Let's see what happens. The camera's going to shake. That's what happens. So Los calling for sure. He might put in the 4-bet. Let's see. No, he just calls here. And it's going to come a 10. So Los is going to check. C-bet coming from Finn's Fan. Looks like another, no, it looks like 200. 225. Los is going to have to see one more card. So Los still not a believer. It might go check, check. I'm pretty sure Los is going to check. And right as I say that, he bets. Is that correct? Right as I say that, he bets. Wow, he bet 450. And Vince Fan just goes all in. And Los calls. They're going to have the same hand, so going to be a little anticlimactic, as it'll be a chop. You can see that after all that, they just win $11 each. Look at all those chips in the pot. There's a black chip in there. There's some green chips, and they're gonna win $11 when it's all said and done.
Nice call, dude.
You're like, fuck that jack.
What?
Well, actually, Bob Fleischman is watching us from an airplane as he's on a flight. So Bob Fleischman using the Wi-Fi to watch the stream. Normally he plays on the stream. You are Bob. If you've watched the stream before, he's normally on the stream. And right now he's flying to Florida, to Boca Raton. Of course, that's South Florida. And I believe that's where Jerry Seinfeld's parents lived in the Seinfeld TV series. No, it was the Boca Vista was the name of the complex they lived in. Boca Raton, South Florida. I've actually been there before as well. There's actually some good poker in South Florida as well. Good poker in South Texas. More specifically, Edinburg, Texas. Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley, located in South Texas. We're here 1-3 action. Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley. Under the gun, Andrew. He is not in his seat, so his card will get mucked. Los will make the fold. Hard Corey, 10-6 offsuit, into the muck. Big Tuna, Ace-King. At least 30, maybe 50. Okay, 35. Oh, and it looked like Vince fan was going to raise, so now it's kind of an awkward spot for him, and he's like saying, you know what, I'm still going to raise. So Vince fan trying to make his money back. This is the second time he 3-bets. Last hand, he 3-bet with Ace-10, and this hand he's 3-betting with 9 high, and he's running into a hand. Everin here with the queens. He's going to make this 275? 300. So Big Tuna, I can see Big Tuna just putting them all in. Everyone has less than 1,000. Big Tuna sitting on over 3,000. I think Big Tuna is just gonna set them all in here. Sometimes the hands play each other and hold them, and this is one of those cases where the hands are playing each other. He is confirming how much Everin has in his stack. And he started the hand with 11-17. So he has 8-17 behind. And like I said, I just think Big Tuna is going to put them all in here. Big Tuna likes to gamble. And Big Tuna, the only thing that's stopping him is the 3-bet from Vince fan. If this is heads up, all these chips are already in the middle. So he's thinking that maybe one of his aces or kings might be dead because of the
I feel like this can only be one hand that I would want you to have. And you probably don't have
of the 3-bet from Vince fan. Is he gonna fold? Oh wow! And Vince fan makes the call. So guaranteed an ace or king is coming now. The Big Tuna folded. Wow, the queen coming as well. And Vince fan hit in a 7. So it goes check, check. What a fold by Big Tuna. And like I said, the reason why he folded was because there was a player that 3-bet him behind. And he thought that maybe that player had one of his outs. So I think what Big Tuna was thinking there, he was thinking, hey, I'm either going to put this guy all in or I'm going to fold. I'm not going to just call the bet and let somebody else in the hand. And he decided to just fold. And it was the right fold. And now Everin is going to put in, he only has $500 left, so he's just going to go all in. And Will Finn's fan just make a essentially a tilt call here because obviously the ace or the queen beats him. He thinks that Everin has the ace. And this is never a bluff here from Everin as he 4-bet pre-flop. Ace comes out and he's still betting. So this is Never a bluff. Not only that, the clubs got there for some weird reason. He was on a club draw, which doesn't make any sense. But if for some weird reason he was on a clubs draw, the clubs got there, and obviously this pot is over 1,500. And Vince Fan says, well, it's 500 to win 1696, which is what he's thinking. Now he finally makes a fold. It was the right fold. Oh, so he's going to show. And now Big Tuna's going to be really happy that he folded the ace-king. I thought they were just going to get it all in. But then when I saw Big Tuna thinking, I was like, okay, this is what's happening. He just got 3-bet by the 9-7 of Finn's Fan. So he knows that Finn's Fan can easily have an ace or a king, maybe even an ace-king like him as well. Then he saw Everin 4-bet, which normally is a strong play, but especially out of the blind and especially coming from Everin. So he knew the player. He knew that this player is never 4-betting light, and he was correct. He said, okay, he has aces, kings, or queens. Those are the 3 hands he put him on. And he folded the ace-king. So great fold there by Big Tuna. He put the puzzle together, made the proper fold, and saved himself $1,000. Actually, the person that saved him the 1,000 was Finn's Fan 3-betting, because that changed the dynamic of the hand. So Big Tuna has Finn's Fan to thank for him laying down that hand. Because if Finn's Fan just flats or if Finn's Fan just folds, that hand plays out 100% different. Yeah, so New York Bob on the plane, really taking advantage of that Wi-Fi, really lighting up the chat here. Said he's going to go down to the Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood. Not Hollywood, California. There's a Hollywood, Florida, right next to Fort Lauderdale, just south of Fort Lauderdale. They got a super nice casino there, Seminole Hard Rock. And they're actually opening one in Las Vegas. They bought out the Mirage. If you're familiar with the Mirage or know where the Mirage is on the Strip, it's now going to become Seminole Hard Rock. They're going to get rid of the volcano, and they're going to build a hotel tower that's in the shape of a guitar. Really, really nice. King Jack 8, 2 spades. Finn's Fan with the best hand, and he's going to lead out for 100.
All in. I'm probably still gonna call.
The late ones are the best ones.
Yeah, the late one.
And Finn's Fan finally picks up a hand. Not a lot going his way since he sat down, but not a lot going good for anybody in that seat. He's the second person to take that seat, and the second person to lose over $1,000 in that seat. He has been aggressive, though. And looks like the, yep, that's going to be up to $40. The small blind game, you can see they just added some more money to it. We kind of lost that in the mix here, as the small blind game is still on. Anybody who wins out of the small blind wins the bonus that's on the button. All right, no Stratos. And Drew is actually not in his seat, but I'm pretty sure he told the dealer to still deal him in. And here he comes. So he made it on time, as the action has not been on him yet. So his hand is still live. Hardcore. He hasn't played a hand in a while, and he's going to get in there with the Queen Jack offsuit. Big Tuna with the suited king. Is he 3-betting here? Yeah, he's 3-betting. Be aggressive. Be aggressive. He actually has the best hand, King 3 of diamonds. What does Delu have? Oh, Delu has a better king, but I don't think he could call the 80. He will have position, and that's what he's taking into account. He does have position. He figures there's a very good chance that Everett's going to fold. So, like I said, he will have position on the hand, and he does have the best hand. So, hard Corey just going to make the call here. So, 2 players with a king, and Corey with the queen jack offsuit will be first to act. Almost $200 in this pot as we see a flop. And I don't know what the flop is, but Corey liked it because he immediately bets out pot. So I would imagine there's a queen or a jack on that flop. Let's see what the flop is. Oh no, Corey's put it in the 4-bet. This is interesting.
Then how come you speak such shitty Spanish? I speak great Spanish. You were like chocolate? You sounded like a fucking. I don't claim to be Spanish.
Okay, so that's why we didn't see a flop, because Corey decided to put in the 4-bet there. So that was a very strong move. He didn't have a very strong hand, but that was a very strong move. And that got the job done as we are 52 hands into tonight's stream. Like I said, we had to restart it twice. We do apologize for that, as we were having some Wi-Fi issues, which I'm sure everybody can relate to either at your house or on your phone. Just sometimes the Wi-Fi doesn't work properly, but got to sometimes reset that router. So got that taken care of, and it's pretty much been smooth sailing since, as we still got a little bit less than an hour to go on the stream here. And I believe, yeah, the straddle is on under the gun. Hardcore, you put it on the 6.
Look, and I'm not going to influence anybody to vote one way or the other, but I will say I expect all of you to go out and vote November.
Thanks, bro.
For you know,
Civic duty, yeah.
do what you got to do.
King 8 of spades for Everin. And looks like he's going to be raising it up here. Had a very low VPIP early on. Part of it was he wasn't catching cards, and part of it is just his playing style. But now that he has chips, he's starting to open up his game. And right when he decides to open up his game, he gets 4-bet. I don't think he'll be able to call Baby Spider's raise, especially out of position. Oh, there we go. He suited. He suited. Like I said, he's got some chips, so he is going to flop a flush draw. So Baby Spider flop a bottom pair. He flops flush draw. Is he going to go check, or is anybody going to bet? Check, it goes. I think Everett's going to take a shot at it now. 160 in the pot, and no, he checks. So he's going to try to hit his flush for free. Baby Spider does put in a bet. $115's the bet. So pretty big bet from Baby Spider, but I think Everett might call. He does have a flush draw. And his king and 8 are also live.
Hey, I'll take a goddamn IQ test. I guarantee you I'm the stupidest motherfucker.
Comes with the 9. Does Everett bluff it? No, Everett's just going to check it down, and Baby Spider will check from behind as well and win. Just the ace high was good, but he did hit a deuce. So Everett never bluffed at the pot. The bluff on the river might have worked. I think since the board paired, that stopped him from bluffing. All right, up to 69 viewers tonight. I'd like to thank everybody who joined us, and if you like what you're seeing, make sure you do hit that like button. And if you're still not subscribed, there are 2 different Texas Card House channels. That does mess up some people when you are looking for the stream. The main channel, which a lot of people are subscribed to, is called TCH Live. Of course, the TCH standing for Texas Card House. The secondary channel, which I believe we are streaming on tonight, the secondary channel is known as Texas Card House. So all separate, Texas Card House. That's the secondary channel. So if you're not subscribed to Texas Card House, if you're not subscribed to that specific channel, make sure you do take care of that. All right, Bobby, there was a double straddle on, and Bobby has ace-jack first to act, and he's going to make it 80. D-Lou coming along. I like the hand. I don't like the position. Like, I like this call, like maybe if you're in the double straddle, maybe if you're on the button. But you're really hoping nobody has a hand behind you, and that's what happened. Nobody had a hand behind him, so he is going to have position if they do see a flop. Los with the ace does give it up. Hard Corey with the fold. Big Tuna. He'll make the fold as well. And Vince Fan will complete. So Vince Fan in bad shape here as his Jack 10 is dominated by the ace-jack. D-Lou at 33%. Like I said, I like the 7-5 suited hand, and an ace comes right on the flop. I think Bobby's going to c-bet here. 250 in the pot, so Bobby's probably going to make it about 125. $105.
Call it. 500. Call. Gonna play one of those moves, right? Or you would have actually believed.
So that'll give the win to Bobby, $174 win for Bobby in that pot. Once again, this is just a 1-3 game, folks. And it looks like Vince Fan going to put on that straddle once again. I don't know how much the small blind game is up to, but it looks like there's at least 3 green on there. They did increase it to $10, I think, so. Yeah, that green is part of it, so I think it's up to maybe $105. It's up to either $80 or $105, the small blind game. No, it would be 80 because it's up by 10. Oh, double straddle on, double straddle. So this is essentially a 10-20 game. So action will be on D-Lou. And once again, this is a pretty hand. I'm not hating on the 8-7 suited, but when it's $20 first to act and you have everybody behind you, it's just kind of an easy fold. Everyone with Queen 4 will also put that in the muck. Maybe Spider into the muck. Ace Deuce of spades for Drew. Makes it, just makes the call. This is going to bring in Los on the button with the Queen 8 of clubs. So 2 players with some suited connectors. Big Tuna with also suited cards. I don't think he's folding. He might raise. And he is raising. Is it just 100? I think the size is too small. You have the double straight. No, it's 140. Okay, 140. Yeah, there you go. That's a nice sizing. I thought it was just going to be 100, but this is a good sizing. So he's put it into squeeze play here. He saw the double straddle, and he saw 2 people call the double straddle, so he figured those 2 people didn't have a good hand. And we'll see if he gets this through. So Drew does make the call. I think that's going to bring in Los. Nope. Another 120 for Los to call. He is closing the action. He knows he's closing the action, but he also knows he has Queen Eye. All right, so heads up to a flop we go. Ace versus King. Just 1 ace versus 1 king. Spades versus diamonds. And Drew's going to flop a straight draw that's actually not good because if the 5 comes, it'll give Tuna a bigger straight. I think Tuna's going to continue here. maybe about 200. Only 60? Okay. All right. I like this line. Got to be unpredictable sometimes, and that's what Big Tuna's doing here. 3 bets it to 140 pre-flop, and there's over 300 in the middle, and he's betting 60. So real tiny bet here. Like I said, I like the change up here. Oh, it's the 5. It's the 5. This is trouble. So both players turning a straight. Drew with the sucker straight. So there is 4 to the straight on the board, and each player has the straight card. Oh, Big Tuna checking. Wow, great check by Drew from behind. And now the board pairs, which might save Drew. So Big Tuna's going to put out a bet. And whatever he bets, I'm pretty sure Drew's going to call. But let's see. 200? Let's see what he does. Yeah, 325. I was about to say, I see Drew calling, and he does. He called pretty quick. So very creative line from Big Tuna there. Takes his King 7 pre-flop, makes it 140. There was a $20 double straddle. 2 people called the 20. He figured those people weren't that strong, so he made a little move with the King 7, made it 140, got Drew to call with the ace, flops a gut shot, but he sizes all the way down to 60, and Drew calls. He hits his straight, then he checks. Drew checks from behind and then bets 325 on the river and gets paid off. So very creative there from Big Tuna. So no straddle on this hand. We had a double straddle last hand, and just regular 1-3 action here. As the action will be on Bobby with the Jack Deuce, known as the Choctaw Nuts. If you play at the Choctaw Casino in Durant, Oklahoma, you know the story.
That is just my hair.
It's like hairspray. It's like
I have enough for LeBron James to get fucking hair plugs.
So Drew coming in for the $20 raise. Lost the last hand straight versus straight. I don't think Los called. The reader's just a little catching up with his hand. But yeah, he did fold. And looks like there's 120 on there. Yeah, so it's just going to be a raise and take. And how much are they added to that button? Like I said, I think they went up to $10 each time, so it might be up to $150 now. Let's see. He's adding another 25, so it's at least 130. Yeah, I think it's 130. If the small blind wins this hand, he gets that bonus. If not, then next hand he'll put $10 in, and the next small blind will be eligible for that bonus. No straddle out. It's a little weird when it goes from a double straddle to no straddle, but that's just the flow of the game. Baby Spider just going to make the call here. 7-8, hadn't played a hand in a while. Decides to come in with the limp. Oh, ace-king. Just a call with the ace-king. Big Tuna is not calling. Big Tuna is not calling. Big Tuna is going to make it at least 30. Big Tuna makes it 35. KD. Tray 5. Oh, ace-jack of Finn's fan. Don't do it. Don't do it. He did it. Yeah, this is not going to... I don't think this is going to end well for Finn's fan. The weird part is you have a hardcore now who limped with the ace-king, and now there has been a raise and a re-raise in front of him. How much does he have in his stack? He has 900, so putting in a 5-bet here is just going to put all his chips in the middle. Yeah, here we go.
We got some defense on the kitty.
This is the second time tonight that Big Tuna gets put in a weird spot with Ace King. So Ace King is more of a tournament hand than it is a cash game hand. See a lot of people going with the Ace King in tournaments, but in cash game it's a little different. The blinds aren't going up. You do have time to wait to catch at least a pair or something. So he is trying to figure out what is going on here. He's basically saying, what incarnations? Yeah. So he figured it out last time and made the good fold. And I think either way, I think whatever he does here is as far as the proper play. Whatever he does, he's getting an exact count. Let's see if we could hear his thought process here. He's getting an exact count. I think Vince Van is calling for sure because there's another $130 bonus. And he won't be in bad shape just because there's another king that was folded out. Normally he would be in terrible shape. And instead of being in terrible shape, he's still going to be in bad shape, but not terrible shape once he makes the call here. And Big Tuna does not know what to do. Like I said, whatever he does here is the correct play, and he does wind up folding. And let's see what the percentages are. Let's see what the percentages are. So he's at 22%. Is that right? No, it's going to be more. It's going to be more because Baby Spider. Oh, forgot about Baby Spider. Baby Spider's still in the hand.
Hey, hold on, my girlfriend just texted me. Oh yeah, she said you're a fucking nit, bro. She said you're a fucking
So Baby Spider actually caught that $200 raise. I didn't even know that. So like I said, Vince Van isn't in terrible shape here. Normally it should be less than 20% in this spot, but it's at 26%. Oh, he hits a jack.
He hadn't looked until he said it. He raised.
Oh, so there you go. Wow, so Vince Van, like I said, he wasn't going to be in bad shape. And once again, Big Tuna makes the right fold. He folded Ace-King twice pre-flop to 4 bets. To 4 bets and or 5 bets. But he folded Ace-King twice pre-flop, and both times he was right. So the reason why Baby Spider called with the 8-7, I thought he had folded the hand, but what happened was, you see what happened was, he knew that there was $130 on the button, and he saw Vince Van not look at his hand and raise to $200. So he thought Vince Van was making a move, but it turned out he had a hand. So Vince Van getting lucky.
I swear, I texted her, I said, babe, you ain't know him like this. Respect.
Yeah, right.
She goes, bro.
It's like, invite him over, he'll take it up the end.
Wow.
You're going to be her new girlfriend.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Shall we just switch it? You lost everything. They'd be results oriented.
All right, so action under the gun. Everyone with the deuces. He just might limp here. Yep, he's limping. Los with the, I don't know what Los has. He has 9 deuce, so he should put that in the mug. And looks like Hard Corey taking the bad beat, and I don't think he's rebuying. Not sure if he's coming back.
He's ready to go.
Guys, defending the kitty, which y'all should be doing. Yeah, this guy's doing God's work right here.
never played on a live stream in my life, and now people are gonna be like,
I'm sure you never make those folds. Like, oh,
never, never.
Yeah, people on your Facebook
you
wall
went all in
say,
for infinite with
really,
King Jack offsuit,
motherfucker?
but then you fold the ace king. You're like, what the fuck is this guy doing?
People are gonna find your Facebook post on your wall. This guy's a fucking man. I can't believe that.
So it looks like Bobby's going after the $10 bonus with the Queen Jack. Limp under the gun, limp on the button, and he raises it up with the Queen Jack. But Everett does make the call with the deuces. It's going to be hard for him to continue if he doesn't hit a deuce, though. Bobby flopping gut shot with 2 overcards, so he's probably going to continue here. It's 66 in the pot. No, it goes check, check. And now the ace. Is he going to go check, check again? Goes check, check again. And the river of 3. And he's going to check again, so it goes checked all the way down. The deuces are going to win the hand.
Honey, you called me with deuces.
Pocket deuces. Hey,
Honey,
hey, pocket.
honey, you called me with queen 10.
You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah.
All right, up to 77 viewers, and we had a hard time starting this stream early as we did have to restart it, and we know some people have stuck with us, so we do appreciate that, and we know some people did just join the stream, and if you're just now joining us, we are at the Texas Card House, Rio Grande Valley, one of 6 locations of the Texas Card House throughout the entire state.
He does it. I believe that he's super nice because he just loves people fucking all over him. You know what I mean? So he was a nice guy, and then at the same time, I was like fanboying, and it was Men the Master, and he was playing $1 slots Men the Master. That fucking cheating bastard, right? And I didn't know he was such a slime bag, and I go, Mr. Master, hi. He goes, and I was like, okay, well.
So King Deuce of Hearts, and yes, so Hardcore is gone, but somebody is taking that seat. Looks like we got Don Neto coming in the house.
Yeah, like in the Venetian, you would have guys buy like the lower denomination like in tournaments, and then you would like, they would take them off the table, and then, not even chip dumping, they would get those. Yeah, they would get chips from.
All right, so still got be going until after 10 with the stream, but these guys will be playing for a while. Baby Spider with the Ace King, and he is going to be bumping it up here. He was a straddler. He's going to be making it 45. I think it might be a little on the small side. And I was going to say nobody really has a hand to call him, but that's not the case, as Los has a suited king. And I think Evren might call with the 4 since he's closing the action, and he does just that. Just won the last pot with the pocket deuces. Queen, Jack, Jack. Looks like it's going to go check around. Yep. Turn is the ace of diamonds, so that's going to give the lead to Baby Spider. He also has a straight draw. Nobody with a diamond. 142 in the pot. Maybe a small bet here of 50. Bets 85. And nobody has anything to call him with. Pocket 4 is not hitting the set. No set, no bet. And Everett should be folding here. All right, is this the raise first in? What is this? No, it's aggressive frequency. Yeah, Finn's fan came into the game late. You can see he's only seen 16 hands, but he has been heavily involved. Don Neto just sat down, so he's played 0 hands. That's why he's at 0%. So they're just making sure that he's buying in for 300, so making sure that the buy-in is properly. Well, actually, excuse me, they're actually getting his chip count so we can punch it into the computer. On the normal 1-3 game, it is a $100 buy-in, but this is a stream game, so it's a $300 buy-in. But they were just getting Don Neto's count so they can punch it into the computer here. and that's what the little holdup was.
70, then I make it like 250, and then goes all in, and I go all in, and then he goes all in.
Don't forget about the 2-for-1 time every Friday and Saturday. Now, you do have to pay when you come in. There's a host in the front. She checks you in, make sure you're a member of the card house, and if you're not a member, she'll get you checked in. And at that point, you can pay either in cash or with a credit card to buy your time. On Fridays and Saturdays, it's 2-for-1. So that's a very, very good deal. And trust me, I know good deals. All right, so pocket threes for Drew. He's going to raise it to 20. Doesn't look like anybody has much to call him with.
Isaac's talking back.
Isaac's calling me a nit.
So 9-6 of hearts from Baby Spider. He'll make the call. He actually has 2 overcards. So he's actually in decent shape here. And he flops a gut shot straight draw. It might go check. Does Drew put in a C-bet? Drew does put in a C-bet to 35, and Baby Spider puts him on the ace and immediately folds. Also this month, the 2-for-1 is a good deal, but I think this is an even better deal as they have the popularity contest is what they're calling it. So if you bring in some new members, this is a social club. So if you want to come in and be a member, it's $10 for the day or $30 for the month. But you can bring some friends and family and have a shot of winning $1,000 as the person who brings the most new members. As a person who refers the most new members, will win $1,000. And the perfect time to bring them, is on a Friday night, because 1, you're going to get the 2-for-1 time, and 2, they can play in a $20 tournament. And like I said, even if they don't play poker, there's other activities to do here at Texas Card House. They have a pool table set up. There's a nice bar area that always has good drink specials. They have dollar beer, so that's a good deal there. All right, here we go. The man, the legend, the myth, Don Neto sits down and gets kings. That's how it happens. El Jefe in the house. I think this is his second hand that he has dealt in, maybe his first hand, but he gets the kings. That's the good news. The bad news is nobody really has anything to call him with. Yeah, nobody has a hand to call him with. So he's going to win the pot. He's still going to pick up $45.
Dave, I know. I'm sorry I pulled it. I did. I know how to meet. So, Jack High was good.
Got the, I was going to go, is this the VPIP? No, it's not the VPIP. It's the raise first in. Finspan is only in at 0, but he's been 3-betting a lot. So that's not counting. Anytime you limp or anytime you 3-bet, you see Neto is also in at 0%, and he just 3-bet that hand. So this is raise first in. So I think it's a little bit of a misleading stat, but it does give you a good idea on who's been the most aggressive one at the table, raising pre-flop. You can see Bobby in at 44%. And looks like there's at least $50 on that button for the small blind game. King 6 of diamonds for El Jefe. And he's going to come in for a limp. Big Tuna, Jack 5. Should put that in the muck. Yep.
No, it's 10,000 runners. It's like 300 bucks. It's like 500 bucks. And then that, what's that one? Gladiators, that's 300 bucks.
I know that one's for fish because my homeboy that works at Pompado's, he's like, bro, we gotta go at the end of June and play the Gladiator. I'm like, no.
So $50 raise for the pocket threes of Fins fan. This is a pretty big raise. I mean, there's only one limp. Don Neto lipped under the gun and he makes it 50. So this is a huge raise here.
I mean, if you see the
And
numbers,
Dilu
people that won last year, they
seems
didn't either, but they just ran like God.
Dilu
So,
feels like this is a weird raise, so he's going to take his hand and make it 200 here.
but anybody with like decent luck, they might have a chance.
So I think this move would normally work. Oh, wow.
You bought a lot of those.
So I was going to go, I would think this move would normally work, but Vince Fan has been calling a lot tonight. So, wow, this is very interesting here as Vince Fan opens to $50. It's a 1-3 game. He makes it 50. And D-Lou says, you know what? That's a weird race. I don't think he has a good hand. Let me 3-bet with my hand. So he makes a good read. And then Baby Spider's on the button, and his spidey senses went off that something was up. And we're going 3 ways to the flop.
They had a story where he was playing like 3-6. He was playing like 3-6 limit.
King, Jack, 6. I think Vince Fan is still in the hand.
But the thing is, that, if you think about it, 3-6 means the same to Bill Gates as 500 or 1,000. It means nothing to him. It means nothing. So he just plays it for the...
So D-Lou checks with the ace out on the board. Baby Spider, I think, is going to take a stab at this pot. He does have a gut shot, and he does have the best hand. I thought Vince Fan called, but it's not showing him on the screen.
Yeah, he could play in the $1 million game.
So 450 in the pot. I think Spider will bet 150 if he takes a shot at this.
Your equity, I'm all in. You could just say that every time.
Every time.
That would be something to see. That would be something to see.
You're like, and I just
So Baby Spider's still thinking about this. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure that Vince Fan is in the hand. I mean, there's enough green chips for him to be in the hand, so...
We gotta get Elon in the game down here.
Yeah, from Starbase. He comes over.
It's just the bet. So D-Lou with the bet. The graphics catching up. I don't think the bet's going to work because Baby Spider has a gut shot. And he has the best hand. He doesn't know he has the best hand, but he's hoping for a 10.
You're calling me a dork.
Let's see if a spade comes on the turn. Well, first off, so seat 5, we should be able to see if seat 5 mucks. Yeah, I thought Vince Fan was still in the hand. So D-Lou continues, puts out the C bet, and catches a call from Baby Spider. If a spade comes, then D-Lou's betting again. Let's see what happens. Nope.
I have a girlfriend. But I like her boyfriend more.
It's going to be weird for D-Lou here to put in a bet. Exactly 777 in the pot. D-Lou with the king 7. D-Lou's going to have to get very creative to win this hand, and he knows this, which is why he's thinking. He's thinking, do I get creative or do I just give up? And he's not giving up. He's betting 500. Unless Baby Spider has a really good read in this situation, this should work. But keep in mind, Baby Spider does have those spidey senses. He thought that D-Lou was up to something pre-flop, and he was right. But the $500 bet's going to get it through. See if we see any reaction from D-Lou there. I think I saw a little smile from him.
Bobby, your sense of humor is
D-Lou, the big winner of the night, up almost $2,000 after that hand. Baby Spider up $1,500. Big Tuna up $1,400. Everin up $880. Drew also up $800. Vince Fan down about $700. And I know we had a Hardcore earlier. He lost at least a buy-in. I think he lost $500. We had a New York Bob Prodigy. He lost, I think, $500 as well. We had Big Fish who lost 3 buy-ins. So if the numbers don't add up, that's why. It's not taking into account the players that lost earlier and didn't rebuy.
attention, Bob.
Smoke.
Vince fan with the 9-8. He got down early, and he's been playing catch-up ever since, and he's going to open to 50 again. So Vince Van is just trying to build pots is what he's trying to do. He wants to win a big pot. He doesn't have a good hand, but he wants to win a big pot. Is Bobby going to call him here with the ace-8? I don't think he can. There's too many players behind him.
Even during COVID times, you know.
And he does. D-Lou with the jack-10 makes the call. Uh-oh, Drew with the queens. Drew just making the call. So Drew got tricky earlier with the aces, and it paid off. And then the very next hand he had ace-king and got tricky again with it, and now he's getting tricky with the queens. I wonder if an ace or king freezes the action. $154 in the pot, 3 ways. Best hand right now is the queens on the button. King 10 4, 2 clubs. And Drew's going to check his queens. Now with the 6, D-Lou might take a stab at it here. I think somebody's going to stab at it. And it's going to be Drew. Looks like he bets 105. Bets 110. Gut shot for Vince Fan. He folds it. And D-Lou has the 10. Might be thinking about calling since he has the pair. And he does make the call. So he doesn't think Drew has the king, and he is correct. The flush comes in, so I think that's going to do it for this hand. I think it's going to go check, check. Yes, it does go check, check. So it'll be a $200 win, $214 win for Drew. As we have a couple of hands left on the stream, have a couple more hands to go. But like I said earlier, there is going to be, these guys are going to continue to play. Normally on Friday nights, for sure, they continue the game, especially since it's a Friday night. It's kind of hit and miss during the week, like on a Wednesday tonight. It's kind of hit and miss. Sometimes they stay after the stream, sometimes they don't. But with all these chips on the table, these guys are staying for sure. These guys are going to be playing until past midnight easily. Couple more hands to go. They're still playing the small blind game as there's money on the button that is not a straddle. There will be an under the gun straddle here from Vince Fan. It'll be $10 to go. Action on Bobby. 6-3 of hearts. Oh, that's actually Vince Fan's hand. A6 offsuit. I don't think Bobby's going to call, but let's see. So Bobby definitely having a good time tonight, and I guess he's going to call the 10. Yeah, he does call the 10. Baby Spider with the 7 deuce. He's going to be raising it up to 60. Going to be raising it up to 60 here with the 7 deuce. So he saw the $10 under the gun straddle. He saw just one caller. He figured nobody has much, and he has 7 deuce. It's always fun to win with 7 deuce. And Vince Fan is going to call him with 6-3 of hearts. I think Bobby might be priced in here. Yeah, he's priced in. So we are going. We're going 3 ways to the flop. Bobby with the ace-6 of spades. Looks like a 7 high flop, so Baby Spider with the best hand, and we'll bet $100. And Finn's Fan calling with the 6-3. Did Bobby have the ace of spades or the 6 of spades? No, he has the 6 of spades, but oh, he actually has a straight flush draw with a 5 of spades, but he will fold. So top pair versus bottom pair. Bottom pair in a straight draw. Finn's Fan with the straight draw. Nobody has a spade though. think it's going to go check, check, but let's see. It does go check, check. River is a spade. Does Finn's fan bluff it? He knows he could only win with a bluff. Does he pull the trigger? He does. This is going to work, I think. He bets 150. Like I said, I think it's going to work. The spade got there. Baby Spider bet the flop and figures somebody called him with a spade. Normally that would be the case, but it's not the case here. So we cannot see what Baby Spider's doing, but I guarantee he's looking at Finn's fan. And is he raising? Nice. So he's turning his hand into a bluff. He actually has the best hand. Finn's fan cannot call here, as nobody has a spade. He didn't think Finn's fan had a spade, but at the same time, Baby Spider wasn't sure if he called, if his 7 would be good. Like if Finn's fan was betting a better 7, if Finn's fan was betting a king. So he took his hand and turned it into a bluff. And he shows it. Like I said, the reason why he made that play is he didn't think Finn's fan had the flush to begin with. And then he thought Finn's fan might either be betting a better 7 or might have hit the king or the jack. So he didn't want to call with the 7 and be out kicked. He decided to turn his hand into a bluff. It's a nice play there by Baby Spider. All right, folks, this is going to be our last hand of the night. We would like to thank everybody who joined us. Like I said, we did have to restart the stream twice. But this will be the last hand of the night. This will not be the last hand that these players play, as they will continue to play after the stream. Our next stream from the Texas Card House will be on Friday. So it'll be on Friday. This Friday we are playing 2-5. All right, action on Bobby. Pretty sure he's going to fold, and he does. D-Lou, the winner, the big winner of the night, raising it to 25. Or is he just calling? Yeah, he raised it to 25. And Baby Spider 3-betted him. Last time he 3-bet him light. Let's see what he has this time. This time he's got the goods. Making it 80. Oh, Los with the call. D-Lou does not get away from this. Finn's fan also calling with the king. I said this earlier, I'll say it again. Be interested to see if an ace comes out, if that freezes the action. Gut shot for Los. Gut shot for D-Lou. And it's going to go check around. Club for fun? Nope. A 7. So Finn's fan hit in a 7. He might lead here. There's 320 in the pot. No, he checks. Is this just going to check to the river? Looks like the queens are going to be good. Finn's fan now taking a stab at it. And that's not going to work. That $100 is going to get called by the queens. That $100 is going to go to Baby Spider stack. Unless if D-Lou. No. So Baby Spider will make the call here. He's not folding for $100 when it went checked all the way to the river. And then now Los will fold. And our Los, oh! I like it. I like it. No, he couldn't do it. He couldn't. I didn't think he was going to do it, but then I see him cutting out the chips. I'm all like, oh, I like where he's going. But he couldn't pull the trigger. Could not pull the trigger. So Baby Spider won the last pot. That'll get him pretty close to D-Lou. I think both of them were pretty close to being the big winner. But for sure, they're 1 and 2. They might even be tied. But that'll do it for tonight, folks. I'd like to thank everybody who joined us. Apologize for the technical difficulties at the beginning. But our next stream, like I said, 2-5. We do have a 2-5 stream on Friday, so make sure you tune into that.